Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today, we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2, which is Hysteria, by the way. Did you know that? Hello there. We are currently on the EU servers, hanging out with them. It's just a little bit more populated at this time of day, just because most of the NA folks are at work, things like that. Best intro on all of Twitch. I don't know if I've got that nailed down, but I'm pretty happy with it. Hope you guys are all having a good day so far. Plan for today, got another guide that I want to make. Going to be working on that project for the Blish HUD team. And beyond that, we'll see what do we have time for. We'll see what we have time for. By the way, that was the first day I remember to check it. So today I did the mine, then the logging, and then the crops. And notice there are some crops that were not done.
Been watching longer than a year, but cheers to 1 year subbing. Mukluk dancing, thank you Muk for so many hours of entertainment and laughs. Mukluk bongo.
You're very welcome, Mandarsar. Thank you. Appreciate that. Did it get all of these? Grow and grow and grow. Yeah, it did. Okay. So apparently, like, when there's like all of these items on the right-hand side, we've got a working theory that there's a max that can be over there. So if you too quickly loot too many containers at once, it will skip some containers and you have to go back and get those. And last time I did crops followed by lumber followed by mine, and people told me try doing it in reverse next time, and we just did. And yeah, the same problem happened at the last one that I visited. Is it supposed to be paused? Is what's supposed to be paused, Eidolon? If you mean the stream, no, that's just you. How many mucks could a mukluk luck if a muck could luck? 42. I don't know what you just said. Good afternoon, Muck. I started playing a Quick Heal Warrior when you made the testing video. By the way, loving Warhammer. Nice. I also am enjoying Warhammer. I'm glad you're liking it too. The Quick Heal Warrior. Do you mean the recent video? What was it, like Quick Heal Berserker when I tried it out? Warrior Staff feels really, really good to play. But Berserker, I was not a fan of that. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. It was about to make my wrist fall off. Incredibly high APM. Hello, happy Spoopy Month. Hello, Effile. Yeah, it is Spoopy Month. That is true. I'm gonna have to find some spoopy games. Just going through and getting the Guild Hall farm right now while people coming in, getting their seats, all that good stuff. How long till the Halloween events start? In Guild Wars 2, I don't have the exact date in front of me of when that starts. I'm not sure. There's been some years where the Halloween event lasted 2 weeks, and there was some years where it lasted 4 weeks. Where's Vampire Potato? I don't have the filters program set up right now. There's been so many games lately where my computer could not run the game in that program at the same time. I'm gaming so hard right now! Like, there was more than one. Seth on Twitch says that the Halloween event starts in 2 weeks, if he can be believed. Couple people saying October 15th. Okay. Like, why don't you gather with Herald as usual? I mean, I've got quickness for a while on this guy. And I no longer need the Herald to farm the home instance because the Homestead now instantly gathers everything. So I'm just using the character for this. And just for the guild halls take so little time that I was like, alright, you know what? I'm just going to do it on my main guy with volatile tools. And the Herald can, you know, go to an alt parking location. So that's why. I think this guy has volatile. Yeah, we're getting volatile magic. We've got volatile tools on this guy. October 15th until November 5th is the dates that they gave for the Mad King's Labyrinth, I am told. Do you have any guide for glyph and tools? Yeah, I do. There is a link to min-maxing your gathering tools right there. Is the Herald of the Janthier Bee jumping puzzle? Correct. That is where he is standing right now. The only alt I have parked in Janthier. Is today the big balance changes or next week? The next balance patch that I know of is October 8th, which is a week from today. Thanks to your vids and streams, finally got a full set of legendary light, medium, heavy armor after 11 years playing. Holy crap, you got 3 full sets. That's awesome. Congratulations. George says, wait, you can gather different guild halls. Yes. As long as they have different levels of the upgrade synthesis output, you can farm up to 5 guild halls a day. Yep. Let's see. Arborstone. Scourges have 1 week to pick a main. Man, I'm really hoping they change their mind on that, but we haven't seen any indication that they're going to yet. Sad to see Scourge nerfed. Any hope for those who love the class? I mean, it specifically supports Scourge.
This is a place of refuge, not a
and I don't know. I think Druid might be the new best at reviving, but the playstyle is very different. So if you like one, that doesn't mean you're gonna like the other.
I'm not sure about this.
If you specifically just want like barrier and AoE healing, Mechanist can do it also. It's like, it's going to be eerily similar. I like the change coming to support Scepter Thief and need a similar buff to 3 combo skills. Is that a chalk egg sack in your inventory? No. Chalk egg sack. I don't know what you're looking at. If I search egg, nothing comes up. Is it the fusion? No, it's not that. I do have a chalk infusion on one of my pieces of gear, but it's not in my bag right now. Has the transfusion nerf been applied? That's in a week. That is October 8th. 3rd row, 3rd from the right. Amberite fossilized butterfly. Why is no one streaming anything Janthier or Wilds related? I mean, I just logged in a short time ago. But I'll say in my own case, there's, like, I've kind of done it all. I've kind of exhausted what there is to do for Janthier stuff. It's story and 2 open world zones. So, I mean, there's the metas, and I've done those many times. And sometimes I get the itch to go do the meta again. But for the most part, like, I've kind of exhausted that. So, like, the big part of Janthier beyond that stuff is, like, how the changes in Janthier affected the other game modes. Like, Mesmer Spear is really good in PvP right now, for example. Have you checked out Players' Home Instances? No, but I have seen a few videos from folks like Lorenity that have done that. Ciao, Mug. Bye, Sonny. Have you done all the Janthier Wild achievements? No, I never look at the achievements unless I need mastery points. I don't really care about those. They don't do anything. Delta says, good morning, I hope you are well. Is there any industry reason most streamers were not streaming Guild Wars 2 for about a month? Huh? I'm not sure what month you're talking about, Delta. In my own case, for like, so I've been streaming about 6 years now. For like 2 years, or for 2 or 3 years, I streamed Guild Wars 2 every single day, 365 days a year. And then I got burned out on it. So I cut back to streaming it on Tuesdays, which is what we call Guild Wars Tuesday. And so whenever there's like a new patch or new release, I sometimes play it for like a week straight. But whenever, outside of that, I usually spend like, focus 1 day on it per week. And that's just so that I don't burn out again. As far as what the other people are doing, I have no idea what the others are doing. You should look up the skin for Pale Branch Spear. It drops from the new meta and it's gorgeous. Pale branch spear. Hang on. I can go into the wardrobe and look at that. Pale branch spear. That's alright. Kind of reminds me of Khalid Bolg with the plant theme. Mug, are you full legendary? Yes. I just got my ad infinitum and legendary armor, and it takes time. Yeah. It's an extremely long-term project. Yeah, I'm full, other than a couple of weapon types that I'm not using. Like, you can see there's, like, weapons and armor. And this is only showing ones that a ranger can equip. I've got some more, but, like, I don't have legendary trident and, like, a couple of other things. But as far as, like, what my main characters can use, yes, I'm full legendary. To be fair, I agree with Delta. There has been a lot of content on Guild Wars 2 Twitch streams. Gotcha. I mean, it can be difficult to be, to come up with new stuff. Because, like, for example, yesterday I was watching PvP cast, sorry, I misspoke. I was watching Mighty Teapot cast a PvP tournament yesterday, which was pretty cool. Had nothing to do with Janthier Wilds, but I was watching that. That was pretty neat. But yeah, it can be challenging, like, even if you love this game as a content creator, to keep making new interesting stuff faster than they make new interesting stuff. Sometimes you get inspiration, and you come up with some, you know, new idea, but it's not always possible 100% of the time. Mug should make a tier list for every named Coden in Janthier. Oh my gosh. That reminds me of, y'all know WoW Krendor? He's got his, like, pointless top 10. It'll be like top 10 kitchen sinks in World of Warcraft. Yeah, it's just really weird videos like that. Muck won't make Muck won't make underwater Leggy till they give us Leggy Breather. No, I have the spear and the harpoon gun done. I just don't have the trident because the characters I main can't use it, so it just hasn't been a priority. Best support class for World v World. I haven't done World v World in a while. In the past, I have enjoyed, Scrapper and Druid in there. I know that Firebrand and Scourge are really good in there. Scourge is probably going to be a lot less good in about a week because they're getting nerfed next week. But Firebrand and Scourge historically have been pretty big. Here thought I was awake in time for an FF16 stream for once. Turns out it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday, yes. You woke up so early. You're a day early. That's the spear you get for getting all the prismatic armor. Gotcha. Achievements can give 1% karma, XP, and magic find. While true, I don't find that to be enough of an incentive. Like, okay, hold on. You said karma? Okay, I've got 17.8 million karma. XP, I'm max level. And XP after that becomes soul shards, right? I have 12,000 soul shards. And magic find. The other thing, I am at 316% magic find without using boosts or anything like that. So, while that is completely true that there are some achievement rewards that give that, it's not worth it for me to do content I don't want to do. Like, going and doing adventures trying to get gold repeatedly just to get the achievement points, just to try to get that 1% gold find or whatever, it's just not worth it to me. Do I say soul shards or do I need a coffee? I did say soul shards. I meant spirit shards. Selly nerf is going to shake up World v World meta as well, both Firebrand and Scourge currently run Selly. Oh, that's right. Celestial Gear and World v World are going to stop giving concentration and expertise. Words are tough. I'm going to miss Telirez with Scourge, so good in Convergence. And Strikes. And Strikes. Do you have a desire to come back to the I Tried series and try builds like DPS Scrapper? Maybe. The I Tried series, I basically finished it. I basically did all the boon DPS supports and all of the heals. As far as doing like pure DPS, that was like a new thing, a new series. And I find those to be much more boring because it's basically just how much damage did I do? Do I have CC? And then like that's it. There's no like nuances to it. but I certainly might. Like, for example, I was thinking, you know, the pistol unload thief build that does like AFK, does like 30,000 damage per second. I was thinking about doing a low intensity build guide for that, but I have not gotten around to doing it. Been working on stuff with the Blish HUD team lately. Are the remaining Selly stat types going to be buffed in exchange to match the total amount removed? I don't think so, because in the past they were buffed without losing anything. So this is just them reverting that. Because back when Selly existed, they added concentration and then added it to Selly gear at no cost. Then expertise was made, and then they added that to Selly gear at no cost. So Selly gear twice has gained stats at the loss of nothing. So this is them putting it back down to what it was when they made it. For World v World, not everywhere. Salute. Hey, FaceTap. What content do you enjoy doing nowadays? What are your goals in endgame? I honestly don't really have any goals in endgame, because like I've done everything. With the exception of some of the like crazy stuff, like you know, challenge mode Ceres and challenge mode Harvest Temple that like 0.01% of the community has done. And like, I'm confident I could do those if I slam my head against them enough times with a group of, you know, 10 really good people, but I don't really want to. And it's just, I would rather make general use guides, like what I'm doing right now. I'm going to be working on a Blish HUD guide for Event Table today, which is, we started on it last week, and going to be making some more progress on this. Would you be interested in checking out my instance? I'm on EU. Your instance? What, like your homestead? Sure. I don't really care either way. I mean, here, hang on. There's my, as in homestead? Yeah. Hold on a sec, where is it? There's my in-game name if you want to send me an invite. I could check it out. Yeah, as far as content I enjoy doing, I basically enjoy doing some PvP, but you know, the balance is kind of off right now. I enjoy doing strikes, I enjoy doing raids if I'm with some good people. It just depends on what's going on. Really hoping that there's not some like huge offensive statue or something as soon as I load in. Added some trees, added some columns, got an umbrella over the crops. Why do some of the crops get an umbrella and the other crops don't get an umbrella? A street sign? What does the street sign say? Welcome, traveler. I didn't know you could do that. Hi. Hi! Let's stop looking around. Blackline expedition board. What is all of this? What on earth? Did you try to make Stonehenge? Kind of looks like you tried to make Stonehenge. Maybe it's a jumping puzzle? There's something to interact with up there. I think it might be a jumping puzzle, chat. Oh, we've got this big bird decoration in one of my guild halls. I've seen that one before. Found bandit chest. Man, if you parked this wagon here, it would be a nightmare getting it out of here. It's like having someone block you in the parking lot. Did you see that Shaman's Homestead? Yeah, I got DMCA'd for watching that on stream. I did see it. Cellar is good. Cellar? You're gonna abduct me down here, chat. Wow, there's a lot of stuff down here. Oh, it's like a sauna. Chat, he's made like a sauna down here. Very nice. That's cool. Nice job. Nice job. The big engineer's robot, apparently no skins. Do you still sometimes realize how different your player experience is as compared to solo players that have to constantly pug? And what was a good example of when it happened? Wait, do I still sometimes realize how different your player experience is as compared to solo players that have to constantly pug? Delta, I constantly pug. The reason I don't do like CM Harvest Temple and stuff like that is I don't have a static group. Like I always pug. Like the only guides that I have, or the only fights I haven't made guides for are ones that I can't pug well. You know, challenge mode Harvest Temple, challenge mode Temple of Phoebe, challenge mode Old Lion's Court, things like that. So, honestly, like, I don't really accept when people say things like, oh, I always get kicked out of groups. Make your own group. That's what I did. I was playing Druid during the time period when only Firebrands were allowed in parties and Druids were not allowed. And I still was able to clear all the content on a character I wanted to play because I just made the parties. So, as far as like, do you occasionally group with people that are like, you know, dumb? Yeah, it happens. But it's kind of whatever. New video series Muck TV Cribs. I want to try to make a maze in my homestead. You could. You absolutely could. Lion's Court is an easy pug. Might be now, but when it first came out and I tried to make do pugs of it on CM, it was like impossible. They can't kick you through the commander, except in dungeons. Yeah. Yep. Is the Mistlock Sanctuary worth buying? I've actually got an Is It Worth It Mistlock video. Here is a link to it. The short answer is, I think it is. But if you want the long answer with details, check out that video. But also, I'll additionally say that when I make guides on things, I've noticed, because at this point, I've got a lot of data to draw from. We've made over 170 guides for Guild Wars 2. When I make a guide on something that is like pretty niche and not a lot of people, you know, in the community are going to do it, like challenge mode Silent Surf Fractal, like it does not get nearly as many views as when I make guides on something that more of the player base are going to access. Like how to get started in World v World, you know, something like that. So if I have multiple ideas of something to work on, it's very much better to pick the one that the most people will potentially use it. I agree with that. Berserk Healer is usually not something people like, but when you make it where people act surprised it positively. Yeah. Yeah, and the Heal Zerker is absolutely capable of keeping all the required boons and stuff like that up. I don't like playing it, but I don't have any problem grouping with it. But, you know, now we've got way more options for that stuff. Like, back when I was, like, learning the game and, you know, druids weren't allowed in parties and stuff like that. Like, druids didn't even provide alacrity yet at that time. To be fair, hey, I'll bring Heal Berserk does sound like you're trolling. No. I mean, anyone who's kind of caught up on the game would know that, like, when they added Staff to Warrior, it's specifically a healing weapon. I wish Heal Alack Mirage was better. It's funny, in the PvP tournament yesterday, there was like one team that owned one of the top teams, and they had 3 Chronos that were running like Spear Rifle. And it was because even with, even though they were supports, the Spear was doing a lot of damage, so they were still like very threatening. I added Yume Nikki Dream Diary as a suggestion a while ago and think it could be fun for Spooktober. Did you have a look? I haven't looked at it yet, but if it's on the suggestion list, then it's not going to leave until I look at it. Shukio, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Welcome. Shout Heal Zerker was an old meme build back in Hot. I miss meme builds. Well, Hot was when they first started adding, like, real healers. Like, that's when Druid was added into the game, was Heart of Thorns. Before that, like in the core game, people would sometimes try to play a healer and like it just didn't really work. It's like even with the most heal power you got, doing what AoE heals you could, it was kind of It was not great. Alright, so today's project. I am partway through making a guide for Event Table. For those who don't know what that is, that's this add-on right here, among other things. Basically, it allows you to access the event table with one button in-game, And so you don't have to open up like another window and go to a browser and go to the event table on the wiki to get stuff done. I have got part of a script here. Let me do this for this. And I sent this over to the Blish HUD team and said, hey, can you check this for any problems? And they sent me back... that's not the right thing I meant to open. They sent me back a bunch of feedback on stuff that they want added to it. So I need to open that stuff up and see what we need to change here. Okay. It's like saying I'll bring right Chad DPS and heal you, but it actually works nicely. Yes.
Let's rock.
Hi, Shugo. Shugo said these people giving Muck more work to do. No, it's fun. It's fun. Like, you know, when I sit down to play Guild Wars 2, I could, like, do strikes or something like that, and then that's it. Or I could make another guide that over the next year helps 10,000 people. And I find this to be a very fun use of my time. Mug, have you finished Disco Elysium? Yes. Yes, we did finish it. We got to an ending. Don't know if I got to a good ending, but we did finish it. It's done. Okay, so... let's go down here. Alright. That's not it. Alright. Let's go to this guy. And then we had... where was the register? Not sure that was. Alright, what does register context and change metrics do? Was a question I sent to them. Where was that section even at? Okay. Hey Mug, do you know when they plan to link your guides into the Blish overlay? No idea. It's already on, the 3 guides I've already made for them is already on their site. But as far as into the overlay, I have no clue. I would have to ask Free Snow about that. But I still got a lot more to make, so. Let's see, where the hell was the setting? I will say there's this one is both really rough, and then it also is, it's kind of nice getting this one done now, because it's kind of like getting a very big task done so that you don't have to do it later. This one has been way more work than I thought it was going to be. Like, this event table, I've been using it for like over a year, and I just like turn it on, see the information, and turn it off. But it apparently has like a million settings in here, and I had no idea. Alright. Let's see. Menu event sort change. In your preeminent ranger experience, is there a way to make axe work? In PvP, yeah. In PvE, okay, so main hand axe on Untamed has a pretty nice area of effect ambush. But if you're fighting a single target enemy, main hand axe does less damage than main hand sword or greatsword or longbow. Yeah, just the other power options. But again, if you're Untamed in PvE, it does good AoE damage with its ambushes. In PvP, axe can work, yes. The other bonuses of all these Blish videos is you're going to be a true Blish super user. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. Let's see. So one question I sent them is, I can't figure out what this menu sort mode option does. Menu event sort mode. So that's this right here. So let's go back to this and menu event sort mode. This option lets you select how information is displayed in some menus. I prefer alphabetically personally. Okay. All right. Let's see, reminders. Okay. And then for menu event sort mode, an example of that is under reminders, manage reminders, the menu on the left. So we're going to show that right now so Noxxi has footage to work with. So reminders, manage reminders, and then there's this menu. And see, it's like all events, enabled events, day-night cycle, server reset, etc. And then if I go here and say, make it alphabetical, and go back there, now this thing is alphabetical. All right, so that's an example of what that setting does. Okay, reminder audio. Let's go back here, Control F for the word audio. Where was that? It's only in here one time. Huh? Let's see. Is there an option to show only events that you want? Choose? Yes. You can hide all of them and just add the ones you want, or on here, if there's one you don't care about, you can right-click it and hit hide this event and get rid of it. So, like, you could absolutely, like, I do not care about fishing ever, so I can just do that, and it will remove the fishing stuff. So, yep, you can do that. If you upload a file and don't hear something, you can try disabling use game volume in the Blish HUD settings and move your slider yourself. The mute option can be a problem as well. I have the game set so low on audio that Blish sounds are really noticeable. As a tip, the sounds also play when using test reminders. That's a good way to test. In your stream, I see nothing opened when you click upload sound file. It tries to open a file selection dialog. Doing that's kind of cursed in Blish. It's not designed to do that. The dialog will be behind all your other windows somewhere. Okay. What about all the fishing you do with Flute? She fishes for my yarn money. That's a... But fishing is the most important part of the day. It is not. Let's see. Amok, I've played on smaller streams and they all ran with full squad, so I assume it was all streamers. Maybe use more successful because you pug. They don't often still sorting it. I mean, I've... Like, for example, when I was learning all the raids in the game, I joined a static group. And I ran with him for a few weeks, and I, got information on all the raids. So I've run with static groups in the past, but I'm saying I don't, like, do that regularly now. I don't have the urge to raid every week, so I don't have a group that's, like, waiting at my beck and call each week or anything like that. Okay. Let's see. Reminder audio. Where was that setting? So somewhere in here, let me see, event areas, there's reminders. So there's upload sound file. Okay. All right, so if you upload, let me click this. Last time I did this, yeah, that didn't upload anything. That didn't open anything. So upload sound file is supposed to open a file selection dialog. Doing that is kind of cursed in Blish. It's not designed to do that. The dialog will be behind all your other windows somewhere. What? My windows in game or out of game? Because I have no file explorers open on my taskbar. What's that supposed to be for? Learning how to use event tables so I can make a guide on it for other people. If any of you, watch my YouTube channel, over the last week I've had 3 guides for Blish HUD show up. This is going to be the 4th one. How do you make the cursor that big and shiny? Hit F11, and this menu opens, and go to cursor contrast and play with the settings right here. It is included in-game. You don't need an add-on for that one. The sound file is like a warning for an event to show up. Yeah, so like, let's say you really want to do Octovine, you can set it up to every time Octovine's about to happen to ping you or something. That's the idea of this. Okay, so reminder audio. Where did I talk about that? This goes wait, what? No, keep this down here. All right. They control the second major issue that launches reminders. These display visual and audio if you set it up. Notification that pops up to remind you of an upcoming event that is about to begin. This section is pretty straightforward. You click enable a test reminder at the top, then customize the settings below to adjust it to your liking. Okay, and then, yeah, all right, so that should be sufficient for that area. Okay, moving on. Let's see. You keep mentioning you have X of 50 done. Yeah, that's done, that's done. I see you get over one of these confirmed dialogues. These are added later for certain features because people enabled them default off. I kept complaining what these are. I get sick of the questions and put the confirmed dialogue there. Worked wonders, never got another question for dynamic events. The API has probably failed to load all points of interest. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Oh, okay. So there was, when I was doing this the other day, one issue I hit was, it said this waypoint was not found. And I asked them what's going on with this one. And then they sent me back feedback and said, it looks like the API failed to load all points of interest. And they said, go to this folder. And then, okay, hang on a second. Let me do this troubleshooting stuff that they gave me. They said delete the folder called POIS. Okay. Alright. Restart Blish HUD. Okay, restarting Blish HUD. Is this game better than New World? I mean, that's kind of like going to a basketball game and saying, do y'all like basketball more than baseball? This is a Guild Wars 2 stream, so the people here are going to say that we like Guild Wars 2 more, most likely. So yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of it. I will say that I have not touched New World recently, but I am a diehard Guild Wars 2 enjoyer, and I'm happy to answer questions on it if you have any. Okay, so Blish HUD is restarted. And let's see if we can get this to work now. So let's close this, go back to event table. And there's one setting in here. Is it event areas? Behavior. Let's see. Left click action. I want it to navigate to a waypoint. So if I open this up and say I want to do Battle for Jade Sea, it automatically moves the map there, and whoa, it waypoints you there too. I didn't know it was going to do that. I thought it was only going to move the screen there. It actually transports you there. Oh, that is nice. They've upgraded that since I last did it. That is nice. Battle for Terrir. That's cool. That's nice. Is that toggleable? Yeah, I had to enable that to turn it on. I had to enable that. Alright, so by default, what it does is when you click on them, it copies the waypoint. So by default, if I click on Battle for Terrir, I can then put like in Say Chat and then do like Control V, and it just pastes the waypoint in chat. You have to manually go in there and set it to do that transportation thing if that's what you want. That's nice though. I like that. Okay, so that is fixed. After that, restart Blish or the module. Give it some time to load them again. Indicate the loading spinner. Okay, that's done. Reminder as Windows notifications. Why would I want that? Because there are people with only one monitor, and they can be all tabbed out of the game, and therefore not see Blish rendering the reminders. That's the reason the audio stuff exists as an alternative. You don't want window notifications to just jump scare. Okay, where did I talk about Windows notifications? Let me see. Windows. Window? That's not it. Okay. Alright, so I gotta find that one. So somewhere in here, we talked about Windows notifications. And I gotta figure out where that is. Self-hosting, event timers, dynamic events. Are you playing on EU? I am on EU right now. Yeah, typically when I play in the right now, this is it's almost 11 a.m. for me. When I play in the earlier part of the day, I typically play on the EU servers, and when I play in the later part of the day, I'm usually on the NA servers. It's just typically those are more active at that time. where is the Windows notifications? Was it for reminder? Maybe it was under reminders. No, I don't see it there. On Tuesdays, just eat in the morning, and then in the evening, also give in the evening. Yes, that is accurate. Bro, where the hell was this thing? God, I can't wait to be done with this one. Oh, I cannot wait to be done with this one. I thought I saw a copycat like 15 minutes ago in Mistlock Sanctuary. That was you. I was in Mistlock a little while ago, yes. Though I will say I also do have some copycats running around. There's this one guy I constantly have to tell people wasn't me. There's a guy who, like, he's got the same character name and same appearance, and he, like, cusses people out in PvP. And I have to be like, no, that wasn't me that was, like, swearing about your mother last Friday. I swear. Look at the account name. I have to apologize on that guy's behalf a lot. I cannot freaking find this thing. I blame you, good sir. The Asura animations for Thief are so good. I'm playing another alt. The best race choice. Nice job. That's Muck's twin brother, Nukdog, as opposed to Muluk that Julia drew. Alright. There are search boxes in many of the tabs of this add-on, but there are not any search boxes, like, for just, like, the overall thing. And I'm having trouble finding something that I'm looking for. There's a way, now this is not a setting I want to use, but there's a way to set up Windows reminders so that if you have the game minimized and you're waiting on something to happen, it'll still ping you if you want that. And I'm trying to find that section and struggling to do so. Manage, is it manage reminders? No, that's the things you want reminders on. Add test reminder, clear permanent test reminders, reset all reminder times, sync enabled reminders to areas. Please tell me Muluk would be more mooding, so Muluk. If you have a few imposters on US Blackgate as well, but they are all definitely cool. Oh, well, that's good. That's nice. Man, in hindsight, it's becoming apparent this project would have been easier if I had one of the devs for this on voice with me. However, I did not know this was going to be that complicated. I thought this module was basically just like, you know, set a keybind, turn it on and off, and turn the events that you don't want shown on and off, but it's so much more than that. Let's manage events again. The pinnacle of internet fame, copycats of the MMO of your choice. Yeah. Do you need dev support for the Choya add-on? Freaking Choya add-on. It just makes Choyas roll all over your screen, for those who don't know what that one does. Doesn't actually do anything helpful. It's just goofy. Like, the real challenge would be raiding or something while that was running. Text color, visibility. Oh. God damn it. Okay, let's just come back to this one. I have spent like 10 minutes trying to find this setting, and I can't. So, let's continue down the list of what they sent me. Let's see. Post review as well. The allow external events, allows other Blish HUD modules to add events to your event table, requires a restart. Is the name allow cross module interaction any good? Not just events. For self-hosting, it's exactly what you thought, letting other people know what events are up. Okay, so one part of this tool I've never used is called self-hosting. And you can go in here and you can like add your own event or something. So I could do like Heart of Thorns, Auric Basin, Battle and Terrir. The time, start time will be the current time you click on add. Cannot add entry not logged in Estrella Blish HUD. Okay. Let's see. There's new content, how to fractal raid strike with Choyas. Not logged into Estrella Blish HUD. So you have to make a login. Alright. The tooltip could probably be refined by some native speakers saw, but in my eyes it's like that. For the Estrella Blish HUD tab. Alright, so the developer wrote, if you decided to register here, and then there's a link, and create your own table and categories events, you need to let the module know about that. The tab is to let you log in with the same credentials. It can then include these custom events inside your table. Screenshot of the website and the table after that, it gets included in all other settings, like the default events as well. The rest seems good from my perspective. The module just has a lot of customizing options to really get everything the way you want. The user does not have to change them. They can if they want to. It's a lot of experimenting. The custom font option, where you said something like, why would you need that? It was kind of requested frequently. Setting the font to New Crichton typeface looks interesting. Oh my god. So apparently if you change the font of this add-on to be Tyrian font, it looks like this. There's actually a font pack for Tyria. How incredibly useful. Okay. Let's see. This all the reminder. Auto teleport to waypoint. This should be the full module list. Is there a place you can download the Tyrian font? Probably. You could probably go to the Blish HUD Discord and ask them, because they apparently have it. Okay. All right. Lots of stuff here I cannot find. Let's go back through this and look for any mistakes or things, or sentences that don't make sense. All right, Event Table Showcase, Guild Wars 2 Blish HUD Introduction. Hey gamers, Muck here. This is a showcase video for Blish HUD Overlay Event Table Module. What does it do? The Event Table Module keeps you updated on all upcoming events that are on regular intervals. That are on a regular interval. Meaning the ones that happen at specific times, either with the classic table design and or with reminders on a fixed interval before the event actually starts. How to set it up? To use the module, you first need to set up Blish HUD. We have a guide for that. I will link in the description down below. This setup only has to be done one time. It allows you quick access to the 50+ modules within it. After setting up Blish HUD, open Guild Wars 2 and Blish HUD at the same time. If you run Guild Wars 2 as an admin, you need to run Blish HUD as an admin as well. Once it is visible on the bar at the top, click the Blish icon, click the gear on the left-hand side if it isn't already selected. Select Module Repo, which opens a list of modules available to you. Then scroll down to Event Table or search Event Table in the box at the top and click Install on the Event Table module. If it prompts you to restart, if it prompts you for a restart of Blish HUD at the bottom of the window, click that. It should only take a few seconds. After install is completed, which should only take a few, I said that twice. After install is completed, click on Manage Modules below the repo. Actually, wait, hold on a sec. Which should also only take a few seconds. Click on Manage Modules below the repo and go to Event Table and then click Enable Module at the top right of the window. Check the two boxes, Account Progression or API Permissions. This allows Event Table to check off any once-a-day events that you have already done that day. We recorded that last time. I already have footage of that from Jakar. Click on Open Settings. Global Visible simply shows the event table. I recommend setting a hotkey for this. For example, you can see I use Alt-E, which will simply toggle the table on and off when I need to see it. Note here, when you first open the table, it may appear gigantic or have way too many events on it for what you need. Don't worry, we'll fix that momentarily. Register corner icon simply adds a shortcut to the module to the dock at the top. Corner icon left and right click interaction simply determines what happens when you left and right click on that icon. Open map hotkey, put whatever button you use to open your map there, and your full screen map there, and by default. Hello there, Mark. Hi, Crimson, how you doing? Let's see. Next are checkboxes that will automatically hide the event table if it is in your face under any of these circumstances. For example, if you want the table to hide if you unexpectedly get into combat, check the box for hide in combat. Menu event sort mode. This option lets you select how information is displayed in some menus. I prefer alphabetically personally. Development. Don't touch that unless you fancy yourself a programmer. In which case, join the Blish HUD Discord and apply for position. Please note this is an internship, no pay. Event Areas tab. By clicking on Manage Events, you'll open a menu with all the events in the game that this module tracks. By checking or unchecking anything in here, you will choose what your event table will display. You can also right-click on an item on the event table itself if you wish to remove it or make changes to that specific thing. So if you care very much about certain things, make sure they are active and remove the ones you don't care about. The rest of the event table screen is focused on customizing the visuals for the event table. Play with these settings until you're satisfied. Event table today. Yes, I've written most of the guide and I'm going back through it right now to look for any holes that are in it. A worthwhile note here, under the behaviors section, you will find settings for what happened when you click on something in the event table. You can have it set to copy the waypoint to your clipboard, allowing you to open a chat with someone, clicking Ctrl-V to paste a link to that waypoint, allowing multiple people to quickly go to the same linked location. You can also change it to simply move your map to the location and waypoint there immediately after left-clicking on an event. Where, okay, so this needs to be corrected. Additionally, you can control-click any event on the table to whisper yourself the waypoint link if you wish to do so. Alright. Another setting often used by some players is under Behaviors, titled Limit to Current Map. As the name implies, this only shows items on the event table relevant to the map you are on. Okay. Cagman says, the thing you was looking for might be event table reminders, change reminder type to window. It looks like you might have been after. Event, whoa. Okay. Let's see. Event table, reminders. Reminder type windows. That's it. Yep, that was it. That was it. Okay, thanks. All right. Reminders tab. This controls the second major feature of this module, which is the reminders. These display a visual and audio if you set up a notification that pops up to remind you of an upcoming event that is about to begin. The section is pretty straightforward. You click Enable a test reminder at the top, then customize the settings below to adjust it to your liking. Similar to the event table tab, of special note here are settings that determine what happens when you click a reminder, such as linking you to the waypoint or moving your map straight to the target location. Dynamic Events tab. Show dynamic events on map shows orange areas where events can occur in game. Yeah, this one was wild. I had no idea this add-on could do this. We tried this out last time. Like, it'll draw a mesh around an area to show you where an event takes place, things like that. Okay. Show dynamic events in world draws a mesh in the world if you are in an area where an event can occur if you wish to make sure you're in the right spot. From this screen, you can keybind either of these features and make adjustments to them. Manage Events lets you choose which events are displayed in the zone you're currently in. Event Timers tab, checking Show Event Timers on top will show the areas clearly marked that have events on the event table. Checking Show Event Timers in World puts a bulletin board at each event spot showing you when the next one will occur. You can set key bindings for either or both of these features from this menu, and there are other customization options on this tab for reminders. Self-hosting events tab. Okay. All right, so this one I just have a question mark. I still don't get this one. All right, so here's what I know so far. If you register on this website, Estrella Blish HUD, it will allow you to log in, and then you can create your own events. If you do make your own events, I don't know if that's just on your event table or if other people can see them. All right, so let me see. Question on event table. If I make an account on this Estrella website thing, then make my own custom events, Do they show for other people also? Or is it just for my own event table? Question mark. A lot of the modules here have decent documentation. True. Let me see if I can find that. Hang on. Okay, so here is this one. Here's event table. All right. Do they have links? Wait, Australia Wiki. Here we go.
Mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble.
Okay. Kit Matt, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome, buddy. Appreciate that. Hello. QC updated all upcoming events are on regular interval, either with the classic table design and or with the reminders on fixed interval before the event actually starts. It additionally provides on-map, in-world displays of dynamic events and the event timers from tables reminders. Oh, you can't click on that to jump to that section. Okay. Self-hosting events. Self-hosting. There's literally nothing here. Oh, that's funny. You're like, yo, they've got their own wiki. I go there, and this whole section's just blank. Australia Blish HUD. Service used to interact with my modules and provide online capabilities. In case of event table, it is used for custom events and self-hosting. Right. Okay. Well. All right. So let's go back to that. So I've got these right here. The Help tab has some frequently asked questions, and the Ko-Fi tab is for if you wish to support the dev of this module. If you have any issues with adding or changing any settings and them not showing up right away, disable and re-enable the module. If you get stuck anywhere, or if this video did not answer your question, please don't hesitate to join the Blish HUD Discord for any help with this topic, or check the module page, both of which are linked down below. Happy eventing. Okay. All right. So if I can get an answer to this question, I might have a final version of this. Let's see. San says Skyne Gang. Skyne Gang? I don't know what that is. San says they are toxic elitists, exactly the crowd I love to hang around with. Impressions may vary. Okay, power to you. What's up, Sand? Let's see. Mano says, hello, do you know where I can find guilds to raid with in EU? So you're going to want to find people that can raid with you that are both on the EU servers and are in the time slot that you want to raid in. One thing that you could, like, there's a few ways you could do this. You could post on the Reddit. You could just go to the aerodrome, which is where people prepare for raids in-game at the time you want to raid, and yell that you're looking to meet some people that are doing that also. You could post on the Facebook page. You could use the group finder. Those are all different ways that you could go about trying to, like, make a connection. Skyne Gang is Snebzor's guild. Oh, okay. How hard is it often to learn how to tank in a raid? It's not bad. Tanking in this game... Okay, there's like 25 raid bosses. There's like 5 or less that you need to tank on. It's not many. So not many fights in the game require a tank at all. So it's not really complex. It's nowhere near... Like, one, there's no holding aggro. Like, if you've tanked in other MMOs, there's no threat meter. There's no holding aggro. There's no worrying about people, you know, managing their aggro, pulling it off of you or anything like that. That's just not a thing. There's not, like, you know, every 45 seconds the boss hits you with a truck and you have to use a defensive cooldown to counter that out, or you're going to get one shot unless the healer hits you with pain suppression. Like, there's nothing like that. It's mainly just you control the movement of the boss and you need to have it in the right place at the right time. So... the most complex one I can think of is Zera. Zera, the movement is very particular for you having to have the boss in the right location at the right moment. Let's see. Any tips on getting trophy mats for legendary crafting like the Blood Claws? Bjorn, I get most of mine from Eternal Ice. I'll link the Ice video, but basically You can turn Eternal Ice into Living World Season 4 materials. You can consume those for volatile magic and then use that to buy trophy shipments. So I'll just buy 1,000 trophy shipments when I need them using that. Okay. Looks like... Alright, let's see. Can we... Let's do like a placeholder here. The next 2 tabs... let's see. Self-hosting events. Excuse me. And Estrella Blish HUD work together. Estrella Blish HUD tab allows you to make to register an account on. Let's see, where is... Did I already close that? Oh, here we go. Let's see. What's that? On the module's web service to provide online capabilities. It is used in tandem with the self-hosting events tab to create your own events if you wish to do so. Okay. I kind of want to be purposely vague on this. And so if people get stuck on this one, they can ask for help on the Discord, because I don't think many people are going to want to do this. And I myself have a bunch of questions on it. So I think I'm going to do that. And at that point, I'm going to wait on a response on the self-hosting thing that they've got. And I might tweak the script based on the response they give me. And then after that, I'll be like, okay, here's the script. Check it and see what you think. And then that would be the second version of the script. And if they approve it, then I can read the script and, read it out loud. And then we'll have the actual script for the video and Noxxi can get started on it. Oh my god. Dude, I'm freaking getting a headache from this one. Also, I unintentionally did Octavine while I was chilling back there. So, you know, nice job, everyone. We worked very hard on that one. Well done. Inda says I like joining random tags in the Aerodrome. Oh, gosh. I have had that happen in my groups before. Let's just change the Druid for the corners. Definitely have to get more keys from that area. If you have a home instance, you get Aurelium every day. And so because of that, whenever I need keys, I can just come here and buy like 1,000 of them. And then I'm good for another month. Home instance Aurelium node is very nice. Fun fact, people still say bless you after a sneeze because of the medieval beliefs that the spirit leaves the body when we sneeze. I mean, hey, free blessings. Let's go. Rajani says, I say bless you after people cough to confuse them. Yeah, dude, I had that talk with my kid once. He said, he said bless you after we coughed. And we're like, oh, it was a cough. And he's like, so? And we're like, oh, you say that if someone sneezed. He's like, why? And we're like, we have no idea. He's like, can I bless you after you cough? And we're like, yeah, people would look at you weird if you do that. He's like, what do I say after people cough? And I'm like, you just kind of ignore them. This exact chest is the one that gave me 2,000 gold once. That's where I got the liquid Aurelium infusion. The one time that I got it. The only thing in my home instance is the private chest. What would be the next most useful thing to get? Aurelium node. The Aurelium node is... There's a few nodes. First of all, if you do exclamation home in my chat, a guide comes up on building a home instance, which is still relevant to the Homestead. And the Aurelium node, and there's a few others you can get from like achievements and merchants. You should prioritize those if you're going to do it. I need a way to get crowbars other than the HOT converter. Yeah, I don't do Verdant Brink metas much. So I usually get either the crowbars or the chalk acid from the daily converter as well. So I hear that. Like, for anyone who doesn't have it, there's this thing called the Leyline Matter Energy Converter, and you can get one free thing from this per day. So like, I just picked a crowbar there. Get the bag of obsidian too. Believe you get that from your first dragon stand that's like less than 20 minutes or something like that. Someone said, I've reached 1,000 decorations in my homestead. Do you want to see it? Sure. Send me an invite, Fasido. I'll take a look. Alright. We have gotten the loot from our hard-fought Octovine. Why does it not say I can join your homestead? Are you in your homestead? I can't join your homestead because you're not in your homestead. You didn't plan this out very well. There we go. Alright, chat. Time to be judgmental. Well, that is certainly a strong first impression. Like, for a second there, I was like looking down the streets of Rome. Alright, what do we got here? Holy crap. Have fun, he says. Basic commemorative statue. Welcome to my homestead. Is it possible yet to make the statues that look like your characters? I remember they talked about that during the setup. Hold on. I want to look at it from the outside. That is a huge door. I didn't even know that was a thing. Alright, so this wall goes all the way to the rock. No, that's later on. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what is that? What's going on right there? Hold on. Fasido, do you see this? You've got like an invisible speed bump here. I could jump over it, but you've got like a small invisible wall right here. QA tester Mukluk is here to help. Alright, now see, this setup wouldn't work for my home because the cloth racks are like back here. So these decorations block access to the cloth racks. But he doesn't have those, so it's totally fine. Basically, the thing with that item is when I placed them the first time, the hitbox was just right, and with one update, the bug appeared. Mm-hmm. Did he make like a second story up there? Whose homestead are we looking at? Oh, dude, look, he made like a fancier entrance for his mine shaft. Dude, like, the entrance makes it look like dwarven. The inside is standard, but the outside part looks, makes me think of, like, the deeps in Warhammer. Imagine clearing all those decorations by accident. Control Z! The tea getting served. Pretty sure this entryway has been jazzed up. I'm guessing you had the decoration. I don't know. Because of the outside, I've been robbed. He says I've been robbed. Because of the outside, I don't know. There was something really funny about walking in and just seeing it be completely bare. I've been robbed, he says. Oh, these are the... Okay, so for those who don't know, when you kill certain raid bosses, you can make a statue related to that raid boss. So this is like him showing off that he's beaten these raid bosses. The sloth. Just an exit. No door in this doorway? The other doorway has a fancy door. Oh wait, hold on a sec. I almost missed this. You jazzed up the bridge too, didn't you? Oh wait, no, you made a new bridge. This is a different... Okay, I'm sorry, I had this confused with the rope bridge over there. You made a whole new bridge here. That has stairs on one side, but not on the other side. Okay, so you made a second bridge. I reached the deco limit. Well... You'll have to take down a bush or something to add stairs there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You did good. Did you already do the thing where like you remove the default grass outside to like free up those decoration slots? Like I know that some of the grass outside takes up slots at the beginning. God, these freaking walls. We need another 1,000 out of the limit. Yeah, almost all of it. I read about this hack on Reddit. Gotta mow the lawn? Yeah. I need to get Kadim 2 receipt, which I need less than 40 more MS to get it. Put a tombstone with a police report on it in the entrance of the house. Been robbed, case number. Alright, pretty good, dude. Pretty good. Alright. I don't think I actually checked my parked alts for the day. Let me do that. Pretty sure I did my like daily routine thing, but I didn't do the alts. Good afternoon, Muk Chat. Is Muk checking out Homesteads? Kind of just happened. Someone was like, "Look at my house," and I'm like, "Okay." And then someone else said, "Look at my house," and I was like, "Okay." And there was some pretty cool houses. Hey, Muk. Hi, Tronic. Close your eyes and imagine an empty homestead. I don't have to imagine it. That's my homestead. I have put down that bed you get during the story, and that's it in my house. Oh, and that weird table from, like, pre-ordering. That's all I got. We have the same homestead then? Yeah. Funny thing about the grass is if you remove the grass, it still renders the grass as there when you go back into the homestead. That's weird. I assumed that if you removed it, it would, you know, reduce your decoration count so that you could put down a few more things. deposit those. Oh, wait. I was thinking this was a different character. This character is just this one chest. Is build storage expansion worth it with the AAs? It depends if you need one. I mean, it truly just depends on you. It depends if you need it. So there's no firm yes or no here. It depends on if you need more of those. Keep in mind that builds can be stored in Notepad. Like, there's actually a Blish HUD module to store extra builds in text form, so that you don't have to get more of those templates.
Just bolted out across the lake.
I think Garm can
Let me
take
see.
care
I've
of
never
himself.
used it, but I know it exists.
Maybe. I'm going after him.
Bram, do not go out onto the lake. That's an order.
I'll let you know what I find.
Build manager.
Damn it!
A Blish approach to store and share build setups, gear, and build with friends, guild, and communities. A must-have for everyone with lots of builds. So I haven't done anything with this, but you could use that to store builds, or you could use Notepad, and then you don't need to get more templates. So because of those, I would say the value of the build template goes down a little bit.
I can transform you for a short time.
But as always, keep in mind that one thing you can do is if you go to a build, right click and hit copy, and then you go to, let's say a Notepad and hit paste, it looks like this, okay? Now I can take this and I can copy it back in the game, and I just, if you look at my chat box, I just pasted it in the chat and hit enter, and it says Mirage build. So you can store it as text using like Notepad if you wish to, which is the same. That's basically the same way that the Blish HUD thing works. It's just fancier about it. Blish HUD has farming routes on it, right? You're referring to the pathing module? Yeah, Blish HUD is like a library. And in it, there's like 70 different modules that each have, you know, different things you can do. Some of them are just for fun, and some of them are, you know, actually helpful. And one of the items, one of the modules, is pathing, which is what you just described. I downloaded it, but haven't gotten any of the modules yet. You've done the hard part then. Because, you know, downloading it and setting it up is the part that takes a few minutes, but, you know, actually, like, picking a module is seconds. Alright, Beavis. Combs. Honey. And treasure. Alright. Alright, first time chatter. It says Elite Jumpstart Package versus Living Worlds. What's better to go for ? Especially for someone with only HOT and POF. I don't know what Elite Jumpstart Package is. Give me a moment to log in and I'll take a look and compare for you. What did you just do to make your character go back when it was on, when the rewinder was on cooldown? I actually talked about that in the video where I showed that alt park location, but there is a weird glitch in the game where, hold on, I'll show you. All right, this only works with the prototype position rewinder. All right, save location, rewind, save location again. Rewind is on cooldown for 30 seconds, change template. I don't know why, but when you change build templates with a cooldown rewinder in hand, it forces a rewind even if it's still on cooldown. So that B puzzle, it's really handy in that one weird spot because you could just jump, rewind, jump, rewind, jump, rewind, puzzle done. Muck, I love your cat. I pet the cutie while you're sleeping. Creepy. Okay. Ah, I got kicked out. I was in the treasure room. What? You have too much? Oh, I have too much astral claim. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. All right. Elite Jumpstart package. Let me take a look. This thing? Copperfed Salvage-O-Matic is one of the top quality of life items in the game. Absolutely worth it. It's usually like 600 or 800 gold. Or sorry, not gold, gems. 800, all right. So that accounts for 800 of that. Unbreakable Gathering Tools are usually like 2,000 gems. Those are nice to have. The Terrace Pass is, yeah, okay, this is not bad. This is some quality of life stuff. This does not give you, like for example, Unbreakable Gathering Tools. That makes it to where you never have to buy Gathering Tools again. That is a quality of life thing. It is not giving you access to something you didn't already have access to. Copperfed Salvage-O-Matic is an infinite use salvage kit. Again, quality of life thing, so you never have to go back to the merchant and buy more salvage kits. It's not giving you access to something you didn't already have access to. An additional shared inventory slot and character slot is giving you something you didn't have. And the Royal Terrace Pass is kind of like how I have this thing called a Mistlock Pass. It immediately teleports you to a town that just has a lot of conveniences, and then when you're done there, you can click it again to go back to where you were. So again, nice quality of life, saves you from like waypointing out to some city or something. Hi. And Chip is here. The Living World Seasons continue the story of the game. You mentioned you only had Hot and Path of Fire. It's worth pointing out that the story of the game is this. So it's the base game, Living World 1 and 2, Hot, Living World 3, Path of Fire, Living World 4. So if you care about the story, you might prioritize the Living World stuff, because then you can fill in the holes that you're missing. If you don't care about the story and you just want... Is that a freaking Mario cat? If you don't care about the story and you just want the quality of life stuff, then that Elite Pack is a pretty good deal for what it is. Let's see. Is there any shortcut key we can set up to swap templates? The way that yes, there is a setting in key bindings to set bindings for those, but if you right-click on your weapon swap button, there's a column for equipment and a column for build. So if I just go right-click, click, click, I'm a healed druid. If I just go right-click, click, click, I'm open world untamed, right-click, click, click, I'm heal untamed now. You know, so this is how I usually do it. You can set up hotkeys if you prefer that. The most extreme case of hotkeys that I ever saw that I thought was really cool was, what is it? Valen. I was watching him World v World one day, and he was fighting someone, and he realized that they were, he was not doing well, and he was like, I need to change builds, and he was a thief, and he went invisible and left combat for a second, hit a hotkey and changed to a different build, and then murdered the guy. And I was like, wow, okay. Like, that's not something that goes through my head in freaking World v World, is let me just change builds in the middle of the fight. So that was the best use I've ever seen of that feature. Bro has so many equipment templates. Oh, I got 6 on this character. Oh, I got some. All right, let's see, did all the part characters. Put the luck away. Just thief things, yup. I mean, there's a few other classes that can stealth. I've just never considered using it like that. Alright, let's condense some of this. It's taking up too much bank space. I don't know why, but World v World is not my cup of tea. I like season PvP way more. I often do as well. I haven't enjoyed it as much lately because the game's balance is off right now. But in general, I have done a lot more, like, I think I've done 5,000 games? Yeah, 5,700 games of Conquest. and maybe a few hundred hours of World v World. So I've done way more time in Conquest than World v World. So I agree with you on that. But they're both good. I've gotten a lot of people to play this game because of just telling them about World v World. It's a strong selling point. When you unlock Warclaw through story, does it unlock in World v World? I don't know the answer to that. Unlocking Warclaw through story is something that was added to the game like a month ago. I'm gonna defer to chat. Chat, if any of you know the answer to that, I would like to know as well. I would assume it does. The only reason I hesitate to say yes is because if you unlock gliding in Heart of Thorns, that does not unlock gliding in World v World. It's a separate gliding. Okay, hold on. Let's go over here. Why do you store Essences of Luck? You can combine them. So an Artificer, a level 1 Artificer, can combine the stacks of 10 luck into stacks of 50 luck, stacks of, was it 50 luck into 100, and stacks of 100 into 200. And then these take up way less space, and then you can save them for when you need them. So just basically I throw them in the bank, and then if you're not maxed on luck on your account, which anyone who's played less than a few years is not going to be maxed, just eat them. Just eat them. What I'm doing is something for people that have it maxed out. Warclaw unlocks instantly upon entering World v World now. Just put a point in the Warclaw line there. Don't even need to do the story. Do you still need to like spend that first World v World point on the thing? Like there was a period of time where you had to go to here, and you had to spend a point right there on Warclaw. Do you still have to do that, or do you just get it when you walk in the door? You have to spend the 1 point. Okay, all right, right on. Thank you. Don't you need a lot of Essences of Luck for legendary crafting? Is it worth saving for that? Not a lot. No, there are some legendaries that require a stack of luck. There are also some stuff you construct in guild halls, so if you're making your own guild hall, it's worth having someone save it up. But it is not that every legendary requires a stack of luck. It's that some legendaries require some luck. I maxed out my magic find in less than a month by buying green unidentified gear and selling all mats and gain some gold. Yeah, you could also, I don't know, I haven't done the math recently, but in the past, a way to do it was to buy ectoplasms and salvage them, and you get crystalline dust and luck, eat the luck and sell the dust. And you would get back most of what you spent. I haven't checked the math on that lately. If you're going to try that, check the math first. But that's something that has been used in the past. I'm replying to one of the Blish HUD devs with a question right now. Okay, there we go. Let's see. You look like Gabby Hanna typing. I don't know who that is. I'm sure they're beautiful. How do I get a lot of research notes? There's a couple of ways of doing it. One is, do I still have the guide on that? Okay, so here's a guide on how to get a lot of research notes through just like spending some money and getting it fast. Additionally, if you've got any ascended equipment that was crafted, those can give you like a whole stack of research nodes at a time when you use those. But yeah, I would check that. Condi question, is it better for a build to focus on spread a couple of conditions with secondary effects, amplifying them, or spreading more kinds of conditions with lesser secondary effects? It depends. Chili Demon, if you mean in PvE, then all that really matters is usually the damage. So yeah, poison does damage and also reduces the target's ability to heal. Most NPCs don't heal, so it doesn't matter. Bleeding is just damage. Burning is just damage. Confusion is damage, but then if the target uses an ability, it's more damage. So Confusion does more damage against targets that attack very quickly because they proc the bonus damage much more often. Yeah. So it's not like there's a condition that increases the damage of other conditions. Not like World of Warcraft with Curse of Elements or anything like that. Okay, so with that, we have taken, let's go over here. I had, this whole section was full of luck, and we have combined all of that into this. And then that's just extra. And then I can just use that whenever. Okay, so that clears up some space. Torment is nice because, oh yeah, Torment. Torment, they actually, for those who are new to the game, they actually swapped how Torment worked. Torment used to be, does bonus damage on targets that are moving. And in PvP, you couldn't just stop. And then, you know, because you would die if you just stopped moving from people trying to murder you. So you couldn't stop, so the bonus damage was always ticking. And in PvE, it only really ever worked on certain raid bosses that run around, like the Twin Largos. So what they did is they switched it, and they made it to where it does the bonus damage when the target is stationary, which incentivized people in PvE to try to lock you down with like an immobilize or something. And then on raid bosses, most bosses don't move. So for all of those people that do Torment, their damage got a buff that day. Do you think it's worth it playing Power Harbinger? I've been playing Power Reaper for ages, and I'm trying Quickness Harby right now. So Quickness Harby is fantastic. It is extremely chill to play. The last time I played Harby, I played the Condi Quick Harby. So I don't know by memory if Power Quick Harby is better or worse than Condi Quick Harby. They both do quickness, it's just a matter of which one does more damage. For those kind of questions, I often will go to Snowcrows because they've got a benchmark page. So I can go here, so snowcrows.com, and I can go to benchmarks, and let's just Control F, Harbinger. See, Power Harbinger with no quickness is 44k. Condi Harbinger with no giving buffs is 43k. Power Quickness Harbinger can hit up to 36k, and Condi Quick Harbinger can hit up to 35.6k. So they're like 1k apart. So it appears from, look, and keep in mind that almost none of us here are going to play as good as these people. These are the pinnacle of the game. So what I would say is these are so close together, you can play the one that brings you more joy. They're both about equal in terms of viability. That's how I read this. So, yeah, can you do that? Absolutely. Will you enjoy it? Don't know. We all enjoy different things. So, not sure. Is Power Scourge even on there? What, on the benchmark page? Condi Scourge is currently 40k. Condi Alack Scourge is 32k. They do not have a bench for Power Scourge. Now, just because they don't have a bench for it doesn't mean it's bad or anything. It just means that none of them have tested it. So right now, there's not a Power Scourge on here. I will say historically, Power Scourge has been more popular in World versus World than any other game mode. As far as right this second, I'm not sure. I don't know what the meta's like right now in World v World. What was that sound? That was Niavalar. My Patreon has a tier that if you sign up for it and you're supporting the stream, you can pick a sound file of your choice, and you can play it 1 time per day, and just interrupt the stream. Like Noxxi's is the rap tap tap from was it Warframe? That one scares people a lot. So some people pick jump scares, some people just pick goofy things. And Yavalar's is a Wookiee noise. One per stream? Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing, though. If they're doing, like, a loud jump scare, I don't want to let them do it every 5 minutes, you know? So, yeah, they basically... It's like a bonus of that tier. They can pick a sound and do it when they want. Alack Hunting Renegade is super slow-paced, and upcoming Alack is easy. Only need to press F4 on cooldown, loving it. Plus, you have 130k. Yeah, Alack Renegade, keeping the Alack up is the easiest part. Playing the rest of the class is the more challenging part. And if you're fine with that, then you're good. Do you miss being so hardcore with Egghead? He was something, let me tell you. He was something. Hardcore to the max. Alright. Let's see. Do I have a response from Blish HUD? I do! Let's see. Alright, so I asked them, this is what I said. I said, hey, question on event table. If I make an account on this Australia website thing, and then make my own custom events, do they show up for other people, or is it just myself? And they said, it's just you. That's why you need to log in on the module. And I said, okay, honest question from a not programmer. If it's only on your own table, why do you need to make an account on a website? Why can it not store your own stuff on your own system? Just because this make an account on the website thing has an intimidation factor. It's why I ask. And they just replied to me, you could, but I would need to implement the logic to calculate filters twice. Once in my backend and... That's a sentence. Once in my backend and once in the module. This code is quite complicated because you could have any combination of events hidden at any time. I initially moved the code to the backend because it needed frequent changes or new features. The other reason is bug fixing. It's a lot simpler to fix it once on my side and is working for all people. The amount of questions I got because it wasn't working was insane. People are sometimes 12 versions or more behind the current release. I'm aware it's not ideal, but I don't have a better solution at this point. Maybe I'll revisit that when Blish has a forced module updates. Let's see. And what did I say for that? If you get, let's see. Hold on a sec. I do not want to be the teacher for this feature. If you wish to make custom events and get stuck on this process, please check the documentation on it in the description. Okay. How do you feel about this paragraph? Question mark. Hi, Chip. Hi. What's I started to say Blish says I. Oh my gosh, imagine having a cat named Blish. Blish is fine, he's just a cat now. That Chip, I'm trying. He's going around the chair. And he just ran out of the room. The brain cell is firing. Alright. He has started a new thing in the mornings chat. He'll like go to the linen closet, which for those of you not US, it's just like the closet in the hallway that has all the towels and bed sheets in it. And he'll like paw at it and meow and complain until my wife opens it, just so he can like look inside and then go away. Like he does the let me in, and then doesn't want to go in thing with the linen closet. Not with like any other door to another room. But he's just lately wanted to keep track of what's going on in the linen closet. All those crests in your inventory, are they useful or anything? No, it's just they look. I'm only holding on. I sell them constantly. They do have uses. I'm not saving them. They just keep piling up. There are Mystic Forge recipes with them that can be useful. Now you have to worry about what really is there that you are not aware. He's protecting you guys from the scaries of the closet. The scaries of the closet. Okay. Let's see. How much longer is World v World Rush? 3 hours? Alright. Let me... Wait, am I not on a team? Oh, it's because I just swapped to EU. Crap. Teams? Hold on. Wait. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Alright. Dude, I had this all set up, but I swapped to EU and it broke it. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's what happens when you betray America. When I betray America. Check the World Restructuring tab at the bottom of the World v World panel. There we go. Alright, thanks. Let's try one of these. After getting the 2 gifts of battle I needed, now just working on 2 gifts of magic halfway to one of them. I think I've had enough World v World for this Wizard's Vault season. Okay. Oh man, I haven't played this in a bit. Haven't played this in a bit. And take a look at the build here. Is this still full Zerker? Oh, we don't have a relic equipped. Oh my god, that's how long it's been since I did this. Maybe fireworks? Do that for now. Wait, what? The self-hosting... shows up on Yarn. What do you mean? Let other people know. Okay. Probably want to check a build since it's been a while. Nah, man. I don't copy the meta. I create the meta. Nah, that's a lie. This is dude, why do I only have 8,000 hit points though? That's a problem. Hang on. I'm gonna get one shot by somebody. Minus 2k health. Oh, that's just the mount. That was just the mount. Okay. Let's see. Force and accuracy. I will say the only build I ever made in the game that actually became something that people continue to use for years later, like a build that I made and not one I copied, was the arrow card. It was this one. Alright. What's going on here? This guy says they're surrounding the bay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over there. We'll see. Not even glass that point, tissue paper cannon? Tissue paper cannon. Is there a way to disable the camera overlay when you're in Shroud? It's hard to notice mechanics in Shroud due to that. I'm not sure on that one. I'm gonna try to putt over here to this tag. Let me see if I can get over there. Oh, I need to... Hold on a second. Where... That's right. I forgot they refunded all my points. Where's auto loot? There's auto loot. There's that. There's gliding. Supply that I can carry. What else was essential, if anything? Someone says guards. Really? Sure. Build and repair master. No, I can't super Warclaw jump. Oh, this place is awful. What a terrible place. Alright, build and repair master are done. How about all damage to guards and mercenaries, to and fro first? Literally unplayable, yeah. Oh no! Oh, this is not good. Yeah, I was just trying to catch up to the blob. I couldn't reach him. Get Mirage. Oh yeah, dude, I'm in a long range build right now. I'm just trying to catch up to the blob. Meh. Oh wait, this isn't even the Mesmer. Who's this guy? Whee. I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch him. Yay! Yo, they showed pity on me. Are you on EU? Yes, I'm on EU right now. I have no idea who any of these people are. What? It's a clone of me! Who's this guy? Destroy the imposter! What build are you using? Arrow cart, which really shines when you're with a big blob, not when you're with a small group. I heard the air is different in EU. Yeah, there's more healthcare. What is this madness? I just joined a random squad. We'll see what happens. Why are they in the water? I'm gonna have to put on some music. I forgot how terrible the musical World v. World is. It's one of the only places in the game that I'll turn on external music. I'm new to Ruby World. How do I decide which mist map to enter? I see 4 maps. 3 have colors, and 1 is not colored. Hang on a second. So all of these, not Obsidian Sanctum, but all of these are just different maps you can play on. So you could really choose. Literally try, pick one, try it out, see if you like it. If there's not a lot of people there, pick one of the other ones. Law, map back. Starting to remember how to play this. It's Mukluk! Kill him! I was looking for more people to shoot, but it wasn't necessary. Alright, hang on a sec. Let's see. What was the name of that bot? I literally have used this thing twice in the last year. That was a lot of freaking tickets. Holy crap. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Ah, yes, the synthesizers, the real reward. The true reward. Okay, give me something. That'll do. New items from the TP are hilarious on a Mela server. There's new items? Let me see. What do we got? Oh no. Thigh highs? What? Oh my, dude, it swooshes. Oh my god. Wow. They are catering to a very specific audience. Ain't that about to cash in? How do I get that on my my mech? Alright, where's something else to shoot? Purple tag, lead me to combat. Unleash me upon your enemies. Someone said blues at Redvale. Let's go to Redvale then. You get 1.5 tracks for free in minutes. Yeah. Oh, where did he go? Oh, he teleported somewhere. I don't know where he went. Alright. Let's take music out there. That's Take Control from the game Control. In the Alan Wake series. That's it for lunch. Gotta run. Good luck in there. Thanks, Ogre. See ya. I might have to swap maps. I don't see any tags on this map at all now. What is that guy doing to me? He's hitting me with lasers or something. Be the tag you want to see in World v World? Oh man, no. I don't want to tag up right now. The problem is if you tag up and something goes wrong, everybody like blames you and yells at you. And I haven't done this in ages. I don't want that responsibility. I get blamed and yelled at for enough stuff. I just want to follow someone and shoot their enemies. Don't be a coward, tag on EBG and take SMC. Oh my god. No man, I've tagged in the past, and the World v World community is not great. Like literally, I'd be on a map just minding my business, and like they would all like get wiped, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, friggin' Muck is streaming, and they're using his map to see us," and he's using a lot of the pop on the map for his squad, so we're not able to win any fights. So I was just like, what? Blamed for literally everything. No, I don't tag in World v World anymore.
Please deposit gemstones into the Minor Drawn Retirement Fund.
I get accused of AFK farming. Dude, I was in the bathroom. You don't play while you're in the bathroom? How dare you? Do you solve the map confusing thing even? No. Like, I've got this GIF for when I go AFK. And I used to just put that over the map when I would do a World v World, but it helped a little, but certainly didn't, cover everything. Oh, I don't have the Warclaw safe fall in here either. Let's see. Let's try one of the others. Needs to jailbreak a Switch and install Guild Wars 2. I don't think you have to, well, on a Steam Deck, Guild Wars 2 works on a Steam Deck. You don't have to do anything crazy with it. I don't see any squads anywhere. I can queue for EBG, but I'm not seeing any squads. Well, we'll see what we can do. Oh, I got an answer from the Blish HUD guys. Let's see. Custom events for the table is a separate feature that self-hosting events. The name is misleading. I did not have any better alternative than that. I'm sorry. If you want to have customers in your table, make it come on my website. Log in inside the module. Table reloaded the custom events created on my website based on the characters you provided.
You break it, I break you.
Self-hosting allows you to show other people, hey, I'm running event access probably up for another few minutes. So you can see that, like here, nothing's shown in the table for this feature. Showcase this self-hosting is just kind of like LFG, but a tab more specific. It allows you to show other players what event is currently running. That features usability, depends on how user base we use it. Let's see. Would you recommend buying Living World Season 4 instead of DLCs? I mean, Living World Season 4 is kind of a DLC? I assume you mean the expansions. Would I recommend Living World Season 4 over expansions? I don't know if I would recommend it over them, but it is really good. This build is not meant for 1v1ing people, but there's like there's like other people like running around and spamming heals on me and stuff. I'm just gonna give this up. This is not what I wanted. Okay, I can't leave. Friggin' leave. There we go. Okay. Now, I was just trying to fight that person, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose this, and then I was trying to just give up and let them kill me so I could just respawn, and I had someone healing me while I was getting stun locked, and it was basically the combination of the two just had me in jail. Okay. Was the last song that played the Aussie tune? The previous one that played... We're currently listening to Bastion. Before that was Control from the game. Take Control from the game Control. All right, let me see if there is. I'm still doing this. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm distracted because this Blish HUD guide has kind of been a nightmare, and I'm trying to figure out what they want for this last thing. Okay, so they basically said, so here's event table. So there's a setting in here to make custom stuff on the event table, which is to go in here and you make stuff and you can add things here that are just things that you like, you know, raid night or something. And then the self-hosting thing is to make events that other people can see. So custom events are different from self-hosting events. The name is misleading. I didn't have a better idea, sorry. If you want to have custom rows in the table, you make an account on the website and log in inside the module, which is a straight Blish HUD tab. Table will reload with custom events created on my website based on the account credentials you provided, meaning that only you see that. For self-hosting events, allows you to show other people I'm running event XXX. It's probably up for another X minutes. Other people can see that, like here. Nothing shown in the table for this feature. So self-hosting events is like the LFG system, but in a different window. I don't fully understand the point of this, because if it's just the LFG, then it just splits, you know, why split people between using one LFG tool and a different new LFG tool? I mean, I guess because you can make some custom stuff here, but still. Is there anyone already in here doing this? Okay, so okay, but self-hosting events and custom events both require logging into the website, it appears. Sorry for all the questions. This has been by far the most confusing one. I tried reading the documentation, but it's blank for this section. All right. Unless it's much better than LFG, it's damage to the game. Yeah, I don't really understand it. Like, making a custom event could be cool, because if you're like, oh, we raid every day at 9 p.m., you could add a thing on here that, like, and see your raid on the event table. That could be cool. But the separate group finder, I don't really understand the point of it. I would say it's more like you can set something up to let people know X is happening and who is running it. You could do that in the group finder. I mean, I get, unless you're putting something on there that's going to be like, hey, at 10 p.m. tonight, you know? Because, like, in the group finder, you wouldn't set something up for, like, you know, 10 hours in the future. You would say something more like you can set something up to let people know X is happening and who is running it. For me, it's sad that you cannot get the same layout or rather function as the event timer wiki website. For me, the event table is more confusing than the event timer site because it is harder to see when the next event starts. Maybe for weekly things, like weekly HP runs? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. They are way over there. Try to do this. Can you do a walkthrough of your plugins on Blish that you use or recommend? I'm working on it. First off, if you do exclamation Blish, that pulls up the 4 Blish HUD guides I've made so far. This will be the 5th one. The second thing is, as far as ones that I use a lot, I use the mount wheel, which you can, you know, that guide went up yesterday. I use event table, which is right here. Those are the ones I mainly use. And others, I'm working on making guides for other popular ones that I don't use. Like, I made one for pathing recently. Okay. All right. Hold on. I really don't want to do this. Let me get out of this and let me try to fix this. So yeah, it is on the Guild Wars 2 game. Oh, shoot, that's not it. I just realized that it's not. That just reroutes to the video. We might need to change that link. Okay, hang on a second. Let me open up the lab here. Let's see. All right, so gaming guides, Guild Wars 2. There's my stream. Let's see. Add-on guides. Okay, so here's Blish HUD, and then here's Blish HUD modules. The rows aren't even. We'll have to visit that. There's Blish HUD modules, and there's 3 of them so far. So these are the ones that I've made so far, and we're working on the 4th module guide right now. Let me message our website guy on this. There's that, and go here and go to website. Rose a bit weird when you can. Is World v. World still World v. World, or is it Guild vs. Guild now? I haven't touched the PvP since last year. I don't know. That was me going into World v. World for the first time in like 8 months, and I was already getting followed by someone, and they were trying to help. I realized that, but I mean, it's just, I didn't want it, and so I was just like, all right, I'll try it again next year. I'm already done. Okay. Custom events need logging in for you to creating stuff. All right. Holy crap, I want this guide behind me. All right, let me go back to Mistlock here, and let me try to clean this up a bit. All right. Let me go on here and go to the event table. This is the guide that we are like 90% done with. Well, the script anyway. Okay, and let me go back to this. And do that. And okay, so the event, self-hosting events. Okay. So the self-hosting events tab is for allows you to show other people things like, hey, I'm running XXX event. I'm running this event at a certain time if you wish to join. Let me ask Estrella. Estrella is the person who made this mod. Let me ask him a question. For the self hosting bit, are you able to make events for way in advance? Question mark. Such as Friday at 9 p.m. is raid night. Because if it is simply another group finder, or is it simply another group finder? All right, let me see what they say to that. If you wish to join, and what was the other one? Custom events. So she said custom events and self-hosting events are different. She said custom events allow you to add things to your event table. But I don't... Where is custom events at? Like, what tab is that on? Okay, I can go ahead and skip to this next one. Estrella Blish HUD. The Estrella Blish HUD tab allows you to connect with the web service that... How do I want to phrase this? With the developer of connect with this module's web service for use of some of its features. I don't really like that. Okay, so I asked the dev the question, for the self-hosting bit, are you able to make events in way in advance, such as Friday at 9 p.m. as raid night, or is it just another group finder? Not yet, that's definitely planned, though. Okay. I agree with the person in chat that basically said it seems like if all this is going to do is add another location where people might use as a group finder, that's just possibly going to split the community. If the right now it's just a group finder, it definitely seems odd. Like, it could be useful if you were using it, like, within the, like, a guild or something. Just trying to think of how I want to phrase this in the video, because the video is going to be there forever. And it's possible that in the future, they add more features to what it currently has. Other than what it's got right now. When I said, is it able to plan things in advance, they said not yet. That is definitely planned, though. Blish just does not have any date time picker build as far as I know yet. I'm currently struggling with building one that is not total cancer. End quote. All right. If it is currently simply another group finder, would that not simply split the community up further and hurt the primary group finder until it has more features? Not attacking you, just honest questions. Separate question. I cannot find the thing to make custom events for self-event table only. Where is that? What's going on? Just tuning in? I've been working on making a guide for various Blish HUD modules. For example, here's the guide to Blish HUD. These are guides to all mounts on one button, regions of Tyria, and the pathing module. And I'm currently working on one for event table, which is this thing. However, this thing unexpectedly has a million features I didn't know about, which, you know, features are great, but there's just so much in here. And some of it is confusing me. And I can't teach other people how to do something if I myself don't understand how to do it. So I'm currently messaging back and forth with the developer of the module, trying to find out what the point of some of these buttons are, so that I can make a guide. I'm basically working, doing a collaboration with the Blish HUD team to make these. The thing is with Blish HUD itself was made by, I believe, a guy named Free Snow. And then inside it, there's these modules. And there's like 70 modules. And each of these were made by different people. Now, some of these were made, like, you might have 3 in here made by one guy. But a lot of these were made by different people. Like, it's a whole library of stuff. And so, anytime I work on a guide for one of their modules, I'm working with that specific developer. And I'm working with one of the developers right now, trying to make this one. But I'm hitting a lot of confusion with this one. Just because it does so much. Let's put the in-game sound back on now that we're out of World v. World. Get that back up. Chart. Alright, they are currently typing. They might be at work right now, I'm not sure. Does it know how to send emails? Because no software is officially completed until it can send emails. Well, no, it's 2024. No software is any good unless it has AI, right? You need the buzzwords. Honestly, this is amazing, and I appreciate the work they're doing. They're doing God's work here. By God, I mean NCSoft.net. It'd be nice if this was an in-game feature. I mean, you are able to type /wiki space ET to open the event timer thing from the wiki, which is nice.
It's nice.
It's just, I'd say this is nicer for people that only have one monitor. But some of the extra features in this, I'm like, why is this here? I don't understand. Let's see, the idea is that you could select the event that is currently up and show that without needing a group or squad or whatever. If it turns out to be a bad feature, I'll remove this one. Remove it. Okay. Okay. All right, so I feel like with this right here, this is a tool that does a lot. And we've got the event table, which is extremely solid. We've got the reminders, which is extremely solid. Dynamic events is all right. It's probably, this is a finished product. It's just one that I don't see myself using, so I'm kind of distant on this one. And then we've got self-hosting events. This, to me, feels like it's still rough around the edges. So I feel like I should be intentionally vague on this. Like, this is what it's for. If you have any questions, ask on the Discord. You know, something like that. Because I feel like this might change in the near future. So with that in mind, because the issue is when I make a video, the video might stay as is for years. So I got to think of a way to phrase this where it just kind of leaves it, you know, open. The self-hosting event tab is for if you want to call attention to an event currently in progress without needing a group or squad, a group, squad, or whatever. The Australia Blish HUD tab allows you to connect with this module's web service for use of some of its features. If you ever hit a feature you want to use that mentions the web service, this is what it is referring to. You can choose to use this or not. Okay. If you're logged into the web service, you can create custom events. The primary use of this feature is to make custom events from a web page that allows you to add additional things to your event table. Such as raid night tonight at 9 p.m., etc. Okay, and then they sent me a picture, and I'm just going to include this, and we'll use this picture in the video. This is it just so you guys could see it. So apparently if you're logged in on the Australia website, you're able to click this button that says Manage Custom Events, and then you can add them to the table. Okay, so to add custom events to my event table, it has to be done via the web portal. Community gatherings, fashion parties, roleplay opportunities, etc. Apparently, yeah. Alright, so Australia's typing right now, waiting on that. Muck, are you getting skirts for your Asura? Not any more of them. A reminder that a member of ArenaNet staff sent me this once upon a time. And then it was a Twitch viewer sent me the maid outfit, so I do have the maid outfit. I'm just gonna stick to my coat. I'm jealous, you should be. Yes, at the moment at least. Okay. Alright. Alright. So... recommendation. Add text to the Australia... wait, what was the name of that tab? Blish HUD tab about the custom events feature somewhere. All right. Okay, let me go back here. All right, so let me reread what I wrote, make sure it doesn't sound stupid. The self-hosting events tab is for if you want to call attention to an event currently in progress without needing a group or squad or whatever. The Estrella Blish HUD tab allows you to connect with the module's web service for use of some of its features. If you ever hit a feature you want to use that mentions the web service, this is what it's referring to. The primary use of this feature, maybe not the primary. One of the main uses of this service is to create custom events from a web page that allows you to add additional things to your events table, such as raid night, tonight at 9 p.m., etc. All right. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Okay, so I'm going to close that out. And then I am going to take that script, and I'm going to send that to them. Say video scripts, oven table Blish HUD guide, 2.0. Okay. All right. Second version of, let's see. Event table. Wait, what? So I just said, hey, recommendation, add text to the Estrella Blish HUD tab about the custom events feature, and they said already added that locally. Chat, I'm not a developer. What does that mean? Locally? Like what, it works in Canada only? Or it works on their computer only? Like if they had said that's in the next version or something, I would have understood that. It's on my PC. Well, how does it help me to know that they put it on their PC? Maybe they mean like it's going into the next version? Yeah, I understand like staging and production. It's just it's like a phrasing thing. All right. Let's see. Event table guide, second draft. Check it out when you have time and see if any wording needs to be changed. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're the other I'm in a channel with all the other developers for the modules, and whenever we get to someone where I'm like, hey, I'm ready to do your thing, then they start helping me. And they're all kind of teasing Estrella for apparently, they're like, yeah, she's still trying to keep the record for most features in any module. And I'm like, what? I thought this just showed events. They're like, no. Oh my God. Is this an open source project, by the way? I think Blish HUD's open source. Isn't Nexus the one that's not open source? I'm pretty sure it is. I will say this one's an overlay and it doesn't like inject into the game or anything like that, so it's been pretty harmless historically. But I think Nexus is the one that does basically hack into the game, so you gotta be careful of that one. Let's see, Chat Garant. Oh wait, I can use that new feature. I'm just gonna click on Chat Garant. Do not move the cursor. I feel like it probably took longer to let it do it on its own. Sam says 40% of your viewers are from Guild Gen embedding. No, they're not. Because if it were, then the moment I went live, I would have like 200 to 300 viewers. And that just does not happen. Wish there was an event timer for Janthier hearts. One of the hearts is just a pain to do, and collecting the turnable hearts is boring. Throne and Liberty seems to be released in another 20 minutes. You'll be trying it out, Muk. Will I be trying out Throne and Liberty? Throne and Liberty looks okay to me. It looks like a decent MMO. But beyond that, it just looks like a MMO, and I've played a lot of MMOs, so I don't have like a, crazy opinion of it. I know that Lord Hyzen, who I talk to a lot, is really, really excited about it. Like, he's loving it. And then we've also got, then there's Noxxi, who, doesn't like it. So, two people that I talk to often, one of them loves it, one of them hates it. So, I'm willing to try it. but it's not like high on my list right now, just because it looks like a MMO. %40 of viewers probably didn't type in chat. No, I've been an open book on this. I like the embedding thing. I am embedded on 2 websites. Hang on a second. All right. I'm embedded when I'm live. I'm on my own website right at the top. And if you haven't been on my website before, when you scroll down, the embed stays in the corner, but then you can hit the X and close it if you don't want to see it. The Guild Gen one, they offered that to me because I had contributed like 30 guides to their website, and I accepted it after making sure it was okay with Twitch's rules, and it is a tool that is useful for growth. Yes, it bumps the viewer count. That is the entire point of it. But it is currently abiding by all of Twitch's terms and regulations. I have suggested to Jen that she may want to move it a little bit higher on the page because basically whether Twitch decides one is okay or not okay is up to their discretion. And if they decide it's not okay, then they just say turn it off, and that's it. Like, you don't get banned or anything, they just say turn it off. So if they decide at some point that that Jen's is too far down the page, then they will turn it off on that website, and I will just be like, okay, that's a bummer, but that's it. So I've recommended to Jen to move it up on the page, but she doesn't want to remodel the site. So my options right now are either leave it there or request that it's taken down. And it's helpful, so I leave it there. So that's it. If they want to try reporting her or something, that's within their power to do so. But to my knowledge, we're not currently breaking any rules or anything like that. And I've been a complete open book about it. Do you think having a mouse macro that just keeps holding 2 for trebbing something down in World v World is against TOS? I'm on my PC all the time, but how would ANET know? I just don't want my fingers to hurt at some point. Wait, for a trebuchet? I mean, for a trebuchet, you want to hold it down a certain amount of time and then release it, right? So, you want to mouse macro that? I don't want to give advice on that because I don't want to get you in trouble. In general, if you hit one button on a mouse macro and it presses one button, I think that's usually okay, but if you press one button and then the macro presses multiple buttons, that's usually not okay. That's typically it. Can you see the number of viewers who came from the embedded Twitch window? In a fashion, after a stream is completely over, you can see a number of views you got, but not average viewers. So I can see my stats, and what it essentially shows is it'll be like, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say, I'm just gonna use the 2 websites that I'm on to give you an example here with made up numbers. Let's say I'm on my own website, which I just showed you that I'm at the top of it. That's Mukluk Labs. And let's say there's 10 people on that website, and just those exact 10 people have the website open the entire time, right? And that would be 10 viewers. But what if those 10 people had the website open for half my stream, and then they all closed it, and 10 new people opened the website? That would still be an average of 10 viewers, 10 and then a different 10. However, the number of views on it would be 20. I can see the number of views. So it will tell me the number of views, which on some days is a very low number, and on some days it's a high number, but those are people coming and going constantly. That doesn't equate to the average viewer count, so I cannot tell you while the stream is live, how many I get. What I can tell you is the people saying that I'm getting 200, 300 viewers from Guild Gen, completely mistaken, because if that was the case, the moment I hit go live, I would shoot to 300 viewers. That has literally never happened in 6 years. That has just not happened. On the most insane of days, it will jump to 80, maybe 90. And that is rare. That is completely rare. And I welcome all the naysayers, who is that, Sam, if you're still here, to pop into my stream the moment I go live. I have a very strict schedule that I am live every single day, that I have been following for 6 years. And I welcome you to pop in right when I go live and look at the numbers. It's just that part is just simply not true. Outsider, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. Appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gotta love the AFK at the wall phase of Garant, right? Just lurking and chilling, no devious embed Joe here. That's exactly what a Joe would say. No, if we have been in full communication with it. You know, it's funny. This whole thing sparked me to double check everything, you guys, because yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. My whole goal was simply using a tool that was available to us to use, right? And some people don't like it. That's completely fine. It is completely fair for some people to dislike it. However, I wanted to, like, I was like, okay, I'm getting yelled at on YouTube and Twitter, and Darren and Nike are basically sending mobs of people. Like, they don't understand how much power they've got. They're sending mobs of people at me to harass me. So I was like, all right, I want to make sure I'm okay again, just to be certain that nothing has like slipped my notice. So I, double check the Twitch rules. I messaged ArenaNet and said, hey, these guys are like, I was like, I wish I didn't have to come to you about this, but I fear these guys are going to be like slandering me further and might try to weaponize this in some way to get me to lose my partnership or something. I want you to hear from me. This is what I'm doing, and it's okay. Like it's within the rules. And they're like, okay, thanks for letting us know. And then I talked to the people that get me like sponsorships and stuff like that. And you know how there's that whole thing like, oh, they're lying to sponsors and stuff like that. You know what the sponsors said, chat? They're like, oh yeah, and you're giving us your real numbers without that? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay, then yeah, that's free extra advertising. I love that. It's almost like the straw man didn't actually exist. They were actually like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, that's just extra views possibly. Yeah, like we're paying you for 200 average views, and you're saying you sometimes have like 300 more in a small thing on a webpage that people might see. Yeah, that's free real estate. Let's go. It's just like, okay. Yeah, there's like, the only people bad about it is the people that are popping in the chat and giving me more views by coming in here to yell at me. As Gilgen, have an embed Twitch for your stream, and Valen only. You and Valen have the lowest authorized viewers ratio. I don't know what that link is. I'm not clicking that link. I'm guessing this is you using that weird Chrome extension that they have said is unreliable again. I've already done a whole Reddit post on that. How do you give them your real viewers if you can't tell the average viewers from the embedded? Because they have what I said was I can't see them while I'm live. I get the data after the fact. Like, I can see my average viewers and then see the others on top of it after the fact. There are 3 people in this section with over 100%, so something's wrong with the plugin. Yeah, dude, even the makers of the plugin, one of the my Discord mods actually talked to the makers of that plugin, and they talked about like all the ways it can be wrong. They're like, are they embedded? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, have they been on the front page of Twitch? And they're like, yeah, he's been on the front page of Twitch twice this year. Does he do giveaways? And he goes every week, and he's like, all of those things like change the numbers. And if it was. Again, if it was like a big thing, like, you are welcome to report it if you honestly think it is. But just like dealing with the constant like harassment is just like not helping your case. Here's the real drama. What do you say, Muck, to those who accuse you of not giving Chip enough pets? Chip just ran away again. It's hard to give him enough pets. He's constantly running in and out of here. It's unnecessary drama. It's very much a mountain out of a molehill situation. Like, there are people that have abused this in the past, and they, because of that, it has left a bad taste in people's mouths. I completely understand that. However, hold on a sec. Twitch has a how to do it. All right? This is literally a tool that they guide you through setting up if you wish to use it. It's right here, right? Even if the add-on says I'm a naughty boy, it says you may do this. Here's the requirements right here. Like, and yes, it is a tool on their thing I chose to use. I'm working the system. If you embed the same stream on a website 300 times, will it give you 300 viewers for one visit to the site? I have never heard of someone embedding the same stream multiple times onto the same webpage. I have no idea what that would do. Some people don't seem to understand high tide raises all boats. They try to pull others down. Sometimes watching makes me sad. You just want to do your own things to entertain people. You do nothing wrong, and yet people attack you for stuff like this. Dude, look, there's a reason I'm an open book on this. Like, I recognize that people will see this and go, don't like that. You know who's someone who doesn't like that, chat? Loranity. I am on great terms with Loranity. Snebzor. I've talked with Snebzor about this. He's not fond of it, but he doesn't, like, hate me as a person, and I don't hate him as a person. The problem I have is the people that come in and then basically just harass me and my audience about this. And it's like they don't have any ground to stand on with this. Hello, I don't know what you're on about, but I'm intrigued. What's up, Rex? Basically, I used a tool that is allowed by Twitch that helps with getting noticed a little bit while on Twitch, and some people not happy about it. Sue those clowns? No, there's nothing there. So I've seen some people say this. They'll say like, oh, you should sue them for defamation or something like that. Defamation is incredibly hard. Like every defamation case I've ever heard of that is happened in like around my life has never worked. Because you can sue, but getting it to succeed is incredibly difficult. You have to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that they knew that what they were saying was wrong, and then that they were intentionally spreading misinformation. If they were just mistaken or stupid, then you don't win the case because of that. You have to prove that they knew it was false, which is like you have to find some like messages or something for that. So no, there's nothing here that's lawsuit worthy, you guys. This is just people that disagree and they're being extremely loud and noisy about it. Instead of directing the hate towards Muck, people need to direct the hate towards Twitch. People don't like the embeds just fine. They need to go after the platform that sets rules and allows embeds. Plain and simple. Yeah. So like again, let's pretend that they reported this to Twitch and Twitch said, you know what, we don't like the Guild Gen thing. Take it down. And you know what that would mean for me? It'd be a bummer. That's it. I'd be fine. That is truly it. It would be a bummer. I'd be sad to see it go, but that's it. I would carry on. Muck can do wrong. Muck can do no wrong. No, I can absolutely do wrong. I went to World v. World, got my butt kicked earlier. I played that all wrong. Like, for example, let me give you guys an example of one that got in trouble, that's on blast on Twitter right now. There is someone on Twitter that their stream is embedded on a web page, and it's 1 pixel by 1 pixel size. That is against the Twitch rules. There is a minimum size requirement for the player. And so because of that, until people realized this, they were getting crazy views, because it was like a wiki or something, and you couldn't see it at all. So that one is something where they were very clearly breaking the rules.
My maker.
But that's just not the case here. What's the drama with Guild Gen? It's nothing big. It's Guild Gen. I've been collabing with them for like a year, making video guides to put on their website. To be very clear, I was making the video guides anyway, and I offered them to put them on their website. Like they make written guides, I make video guides, and then we cross recommend people. And Jen offered to embed my Twitch stream on their site, and I was like, does it follow all of Twitch's rules? They said yes, and I said, okay, sure, it'd be helpful. And some folks weren't happy that I did that. Are you going to play Throne and Liberty? I'm willing to. I'm not like really jumping for it because it just looks like an average MMO to me. But maybe I'll be surprised. We need an exclamation drama button. I think it sounds better for me. I don't mind talking about it. But yeah, we have got. It's funny because I don't know. It's very much a flavor thing. Like, no one's complaining about my webpage. They're just complaining about the Guild Gen one because it's a little further down, or because it's more successful. Her website's more successful than mine is. Mine, I'm a one-man show, and she's got a lot of people working on her website. And then, like, YouTube. If I, now granted, I would get nothing out of this, but if YouTube doesn't have like a browse section, if I embedded my YouTube stream on a website and suddenly increase the viewer count there, no one's going to complain. It's just, they're complaining that in the Twitch category that having more than another person is bad. Haters gonna hate, I guess? Yeah. I just created 600 different accounts today, and here I am. All these people in chat is me. Thanks, Merkless. I know I can always count on you. Finally finished Season 4, now the Sky Scale begins. Scales was easy with Blish. Nice. Those cases are much more likely to be won if the person on the other end of the lawsuit is in direct competition with the person they are defaming, writing liberal things about. Small detail, Twitch don't sort by number of viewers anymore. You can. Like if I do, hang on. Do Guild Wars 2 directory. Alright, so I just opened mine up. Now, this might be because I'm logged in, but for me, it's sorted by highest to lowest. It's sorted by highest to lowest for me. And then, but you can do recommended for you. And you know, so I now see Valen, Mela, RTO, Parrish, Rack Royale? Forgot, I don't know who that is. And so now it's by recommended. So, yeah. If anything, it's just for the people, like, the only benefit it gives is for the people that sort from high to low, it gives you a higher chance of getting noticed. When I checked the view for Jen in your site, Jen got something 50k, yours got like 5k, that is per month, that is, really nothing. Yeah, well, I mean, Jen has an excellent guide website that is for one specific game. She is starting to branch out a bit. Mine is just basically another way of finding, guides, because like my YouTube channel has grown, when it comes to the guides, it's almost grown too big. Like it's gotten to the point where people can go there looking for a guide and not be able to find it, because just in guides alone there's almost 200. So the web page for me was a great way of just organizing them, and people will be like, oh hey, you know, what guides do you have related to raids? And I'm like, oh, you know, here they are, all organized in order. You know, this was just a good way of doing that, rather than have them all be in the huge pile on the YouTube channel. So, like, my website is very small. If this, like this right here, if this ever gets taken down, I might need to add, like, some ads on it, because right now the justification that I give myself for spending the few $100s a year to keep that website up is basically that it helps with the viewer count a little bit. Because right now the website does not run any ads or have anything like that. How do you feel about Jen and Valen getting departnered? You know, I asked about that. There are lots of people that have been, you know, departnered. Some that just asked to be departnered. Because the whole thing is there's requirements to stay in the partner program. For example, if you just stop doing everything related to Guild Wars 2, hey, thank you. If you stop doing everything Guild Wars 2 related for like a couple of months, they might put your partnership on pause because you're not making Guild Wars 2 content. But if you tell them like, hey, I'm going to be on vacation for 2 months or something, you can get the partnership paused and then have it come back later on. But if you quit the partner program, that's a whole thing. And if you get kicked from it, that's a whole thing. So one thing that I saw thrown around quite a bit was Nike was saying, Muck doesn't want to talk to me, but he's willing to work with racists. That was his words. And I was like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. So I went back to them and I was like, hey, this is really awkward to ask, but I feel like I need to, so I apologize ahead of time. Do you know what this is about? And each of them had their own story for a while they were knocked out of the partner program. Now, Valen had, there was screenshots for both, so I'm inclined to believe them, but I'll tell you as it was told me. Valen was in World v World one day, and he was getting basically hunted down by someone who was stream sniping him. Like a group of people were basically stream sniping him and following him and hunting him down over and over for like 3 hours. He was getting really pissed off. Now, first of all, I could totally understand being really pissed off that someone's following you around. I've had that happen to me. He said the equivalent of KYS, which is not a racist remark. It's a mean remark. He shouldn't have said it. That is what he said. I've seen the pictures of that. So he said that out of anger at these people. That is the reason that he got kicked from the program, to my knowledge. I have not seen any screenshots or clips of Valen saying something racist. So Sora says Valen called something the N-word. Show me. I like evidence. Show me a picture or a clip of the N-word, and I will leave you. Okay? I have not seen that anywhere. I have seen a lot of people saying it. I haven't seen it anywhere. All right? The second thing is there is a clip of Jen. The Jen situation, she was similar thing. She was in World v World running around doing her thing. Nike called people subhumans. He did. There was a clip of Gil Jen running around, and she was in World v World, and she was getting hunted down and killed over and over and over. I don't know if it was the same group of people as the Valen thing or a different one. And they were basically telling Valen, if you want us to stop killing her, pay us 500 gold. And they were like trying to hold her hostage or something. And he was like, no. And she said something in Valen's Twitch chat directed toward the people that were basically camping her for like 5 hours, and said something along the lines of, go back in your cage, monkey. Now, from what I was told, 1, she did not know the ethnicity of the person. 2, she's in Europe. She had no idea that monkey was considered an insult beyond you're acting like an animal. And 3, she thought that the insult was basically just like you're acting like someone who's primitive-brained. So she was, she got a warning, supposedly, from ArenaNet about that, and she was like, okay. And then, like, weeks later, they changed their mind and was like, you know what, we need to distance ourselves. And that's it. Then they let her go. That's the story as I've heard it. Now, could she be lying to me? What else could monkey mean? I mean, I call people an egg. I'm like, it's not, it doesn't have to be that deep. Now, could she be lying? Yes, she could. I'm open to that idea. However, I am in the Discord with her and a ton of other creators from around the world in many different countries that she works with making guides. I am inclined to believe that she does not have a problem with other races of people. Because of her work on her Discord with all these other people, I kind of believe that she just had no idea that in some parts of the world that people think of that as like a racial insult. Now, I could be wrong, and I'll keep this in mind going forward working with them, but that's it. I made an effort to do some research on this, and those were my findings. Oh, dodge too slow. Looked over at chat, looked back, I was dead. DPS monkey is racist? Dude, there is a lot of weird stuff that I wouldn't think is racist that is apparently racist, but once again, I want to point out that she did not know the ethnicity of the person in chat. It was just a name in chat that was killing her for hours, and she said that. Okay? So there's, 1, she said she didn't know what it means. 2, she didn't know the person. And it's the person was just someone that was in Valen's chat. And, you know, 3, she thought she was basically calling them primitive. Like it's like if I said someone was a Neanderthal, or a caveman, or a troglodyte. Like, all of those are just fancy ways of saying stupid. She was trying to call them stupid. And it backfired horribly. I guess he's evil. Ever played Guild Wars 1 with the gate monkeys? Gate monkeys? I do not know what we're talking about now. Why would you assume someone is white? Dude, I don't know. I just assume people are whatever their character is. That's why people are like, why did you say she? That's clearly a guy. And I'm like, dude, Nudie plays a girl with long hair, long blue hair. That is clearly a chick. Just a deep voice. So, anyway, as far as the accusations go, I did make an effort to look into this, you guys. Do I want my family-friendly brand to be tarnished by working with people that are really hateful? No, I don't. Have I found evidence of them being extremely hateful people? No, I have not. I have found evidence that once upon a time, they were harassed for hours on end. Valen crossed a line and said basically KYS, which he shouldn't have, but that's not enough for me to break relations with him. And Jen said an insult, and based on what she said, I believe it was taken horribly out of context. From what I've seen in the picture and the clip, it seems like the person then said that they were dark-skinned after the insult, and then used that to report them. That's what I saw. Is the one that called him racist. So, honestly, from what I could saw, from all of my Googling and looking through Reddit threads and stuff about this whole person X and person Y being racist thing, it seems like someone said it a long time ago, and it's gotten repeated so much that people think it's true, and I can't find any evidence of Valen saying it in the first place. It's silly to give the people that are obviously trying to screw you over that ammunition, though. Well, you're saying... Okay, so it sounds like you're suggesting that I shouldn't work with them because it might give ammo to people that hate me. Like, I shouldn't work with two people that I have had really good projects with for over a year because it might give someone else a bit of ammunition. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that outlook. Like, if I were that scared of possibly giving someone some kind of ammo, I would never talk to anybody or work with anybody else. I mean, it was... No. I mean, it was silly of them giving their harassers that ammunition. What do I know? Oh, okay. I agree with you. Like, I agree with you that Valen should not have lost his temper that day and said, you know, basically, you know, kill yourself to that person when he lost his cool. Obviously, he ended up feeling the kickback from that because, you know, companies want you to be a perfect individual. They do not want you to bring any drama to their brand. Guild Wars 2 is especially like that. With Guild Wars 2, like, they are awesome people, but as a brand, they want you to basically act like HR is looking over your shoulder at all times. So they clearly, you know, didn't want that to happen. It just happened. I will say this, though. Ever since this whole smear campaign against me started, my viewers have gone up. There's been a lot of people that have tuned in to be like, what the hell's going on? And many of them have been like, wait, this isn't some channel full of dead accounts where no one's talking. There's a lot of people talking. I like it here. I'm following. Keep the group alive. I'll be right back. I want to stand in the fire just so you don't get bored. That has happened. We've had some channel growth. Wait, do you guys see this? Look over here on the... Look, some of my treasure chests are stacked. There's one behind it. That was weird. There was like two like layers of them there for a minute. Anyway. That guy Sora in Twitch posted a screen cap of evidence. I don't know if it's actually legit or not. Sora in Twitch posted a screen cap of evidence. Hold on, I'm scrolling up. So what I see here, okay, I want to show you guys something. I'm not going to show this on stream because it has the N-word in it. So they posted a picture of someone on Discord named Valen with Valen's profile picture saying no words. I will say that there is a person on my Discord that has my name, that has my profile picture, that is not me. What I would want to see is a picture that includes his Discord ID in it. Because this is really easy to fake. This is really easy to, really easy to fake. Why does no one in this game clean their inventory? Fluently, I paid for 448 slots. I'm going to use 448 slots. Now, again, I want these claims to be false because up until this point, I've enjoyed working with them. Obviously, I hope they're false. I am open to the idea that anything could be true. It could be that they said hateful things in the past, but innocent until proven guilty. And I haven't seen, like, I've now seen a picture that is very, like, I could literally change my name to Valen and my profile pic to his profile pic and then make this picture in seconds. I'm not going to, but that's how easy it is because this picture doesn't include the ID. People pretending to be something they aren't, that would never happen on the internet, right? Yeah. Yep. Are you playing Throne and Liberty? Good question. That has not come up yet. It's not currently in my plans, but I'm willing to if it comes up. Muck, I sent more evidence on Discord. Alright, hang on. Okay, so the last one, the Hattie one, that one, we just completely covered that whole thing. The other video I haven't seen, and I don't know what that video link contains, so I'm not going to watch it on stream, but I promise I will check it out later. I will. Alright. Let's see. How did the Frostpunk PvP against chat go? They did not allow me to pass any of the laws that would have changed, that would have saved the city. They drove it into the ground. Yeah, he sent me 2 video links. One was from Haiti. That was the one about the Gil Jin situation, which I completely covered just a few minutes ago. And the other one I've not seen before, so I'll check that out later on. The people know best, democracy. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see if EU's going to do DBS. DBS is fun. Oh, why am I doing? I forgot. I keep forgetting. I can just click on the event table thing. Oh. What people need to do is grow up and stop being whiny when someone says something they don't like. Why do we have to care about the words I use? Yeah. I mean, there is a limit, right? Like, I'm not going to, like, if I can avoid it, I'm not going to work with someone that is, like, a really hateful person in real life, you know? But at the same time, I don't have time to live my, like, okay, I did not research what sweatshop my freaking sneakers were made in. They horrible people might have made children make my shoes. I don't know. I don't have time to research every single item I'm wearing. My cell phone, God knows who made my cell phone, right? That might have been made in a sweatshop too. I don't know. I do my best to try to make sure I work with good people, but I am not foolproof on that, right? I am not foolproof. Like, what was the other one? Oh my god. Okay, so the other day I did a module guide for pathing module in Blish HUD, and I briefly mentioned Tekkit because Tekkit is the most downloaded pathing pack in the module. That is the players have chosen. Bro, I had people coming after me for daring to mention his name because Tekkit was kicked out of the partner program for being racist. There are screenshots of it. I have seen it. He, they said, we gotta let you go. And to my knowledge, he didn't fight it. He was just like, okay. So I'm assuming that, because I'm assuming if he'd been like, those are edited, you know, that it wouldn't have just been so cut and dry. But my belief of that situation is that that did actually happen. because he just accepted it. And so a lot of people were coming after me because I dared to mention his name in a video. And I was just like, shut up. Like, I'm not working with him. I'm not associated with him. He doesn't make any money if you use his marker pack. I'm talking about in-game stuff. At this point, with all these evidence, I think people are just wanting to make you say something clippable out of context. I mean, it would be really easy to get me to say something out of context. Earlier, I said Valen said kill yourself, so all they'd have to do is clip the kill yourself thing, and then, oh... Michael cut my grandma off in traffic one time, so you should unsub. That's a lie, Mr. Mac. I never leave the house. Return to Season 4 local response missions say weekly. Does that mean I complete again next Tuesday? Typically, yes. Usually, anything that says weekly, you can do it again each time the weekly reset happens. Muck hired his wife to leave the house for him. My wife is a wonderful angel. And yes, she does leave the house when we need stuff. She did a grocery run just the other day. Weekly resets are on Mondays? It depends. The weekly reset for raids, or the weekly reset for patch day, and the shop, or the weekly reset for World v World are all on different days for some reason. Someone on the internet told I should hate you, so I hate you now. Well, Spirit Ravager, from your perspective, I'm someone on the internet. And I'm going to tell you to call your mom if she's still with us, and be nice. It would make her day. I'm using my influencer powers to tell you all to be nice to your mothers, unless they were evil to you, in which case, never mind. You don't get your groceries delivered, fake gamer? I am a real gamer. My wife brought me nuggets while I was streaming just the other day. This just in, Mukluk hates dads. Oh, here we freaking go. Oh my god. Ban that guy. I like pancakes. So what you're saying is you hate waffles? It's every freaking time. New drama just dropped? No, it's old drama. Just people that were slow to respond to it came in. Mug, you don't have to be foolproof. You don't have to know all the drama. I'm sure I don't. I came to enjoy great, usually film-friendly content. You delivered. That's it. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you, buddy. I mean, honestly, the problem is, I would very much like to just ignore it, turn the other cheek, all that good stuff. But I've been doing that with Nike for actual years. But this latest episode was basically attacking my livelihood, right? If they successfully got everybody to hate me or whatever, I would be in trouble with paying my bills. So I was like, okay, this time I can't ignore it. I have to like openly talk about this and set the record straight. And fortunately, I have got, I think, a lot of goodwill with the community, and they were like, yeah, all right, I'll probably believe you over that, insane person. But that's basically it. Like, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it. I don't mind it either, but it's just, I can't ignore it any further. They took it too far. If I continued saying nothing, then it would just look like I'm trying to hide it. And I felt like it was better to actually say something. I think this map is not spawning DBS. I don't think this one's gonna do it. At Muck, make a video called Gilbert's 2 CC Drama's Insane. I think at this point, it's like, if it's a fire, it's dying down to embers. And if I make a video on it, that's gonna throw gasoline back on the fire, you know? I don't think that's the play. Because, like, when it happened, I tried to make posts under Darren's video and they kept getting deleted. Could that have been a YouTube weird thing? Yes, it could have. But all the time, all the years I've been a YouTuber tells me that I'm shadow banned on his channel. But I'd say there's a 95% chance that I was shadow banned there before he even released the video, which is really freaking weird. So I couldn't defend myself under his video. The other thing is when Nike made a video, I was able to make a post and I was like, here's all the ways you're wrong. And then a bunch of people attacked me and I was like, look, I've said my piece. Y'all have a great day. And then I left. And I continued getting notifications for a while, and those stopped after a couple of days. On the subreddit, I said my piece there, and you know I put my side of the story there, and then they actually this surprised me. They locked the subreddit. So they were like, all right, no more talking about this. And I certainly didn't mind not talking about it anymore, but they locked it. So I was like, okie dokie, I guess I don't have to read that anymore. Lloyd says, I just made a joke, video name like what Penguins does. What did Darren say about you? Darren's? Wait, was it, hold on a second. Darren's was the one that, hang on. Okay. These are not real viewers, and everyone is missing the point. These two videos were about me. And Valen. Those are the ones that started this whole dumpster fire. Apparently Nike encouraged him to make those. That's what it was, Lloyd. Are we talking about someone trying to cancel Mukluk, Total Blasphemy? Yeah, basically. I saw a Nike stream briefly, and I can't say I enjoyed it. I only really judge. Look, I'm not bashing him as a streamer. Like, people are going to like different things. There are going to be, people like Shugo that like watching the anime girl streams. Doesn't really do anything for me. People are going to like different stuff. But just, the moment he was like, saying false things about me, I'm like, okay, I gotta say something. If I just ignore it, people are gonna think I'm trying to hide it. Shugo says, yeah, anime. Boing, boing. Dude, you're shameless. You're absolutely shameless. What a wild time we live in where children streaming from their bedrooms can attempt to affect a grown man's livelihood. Well, I mean, it depends on what the grown guy is doing, right? But I don't think I'm doing anything bad. Alright, hang on. Nope, no one's doing this right now. I watched him once and instantly got the screenshot of him calling others subhumans. That was enough for a lifetime. Honestly, the worst thing he did was, and I've got a clip of it, and I'm not gonna play it because I don't wish to, but I saved it just in case I ever need it in the future. During the Nike video about me, I said at one point I was like, yeah, look, he's a jerk. I avoid him. He creeps me out. I don't want to be in a room with him. And he said, your facial hair creeps me out. I need to call CPS on you. Don't you have a kid? Oof. And then, I guess he realized later on that saying I was a possible child predator might be going too far, and he edited the YouTube video and he cut that part out. But I have it saved. So, I mean, this is the guy that's coming after me for, naughty embed. Looks like no one's doing Drakar right now. I was like, oh yeah, dude, yeah, hilarious joke saying I'm a danger to my child. That's an awesome joke. My God, the receipts, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people in this community, so usually I don't read the Reddit. And then someone will be like, hey, there's a post about you on the Reddit. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And then I'll open up the Reddit for the first time in months and check it out. That's usually how it goes with me.
Hello.
We love you, Mug. Thank you, Corknut. I love you too, random citizen. What is that beautiful chaos in your inventory? Look how much space there is! Look, I could fit 2 of your opinions in here. As someone with the same beard, I feel offended. He's beardist. A whole swarm of people with the same beard show up. They're like, excuse me? Are we gonna get a Mukluk diss track soon? No, I'm not gonna write poetry about him. Oh my god, I'll leave that to rappers. Is that a line from Megamind? Yes, Megamind is a fantastic movie and you should all watch it. There is no Tooth Fairy, there is no Easter Bunny, there is no Queen of England. Well, that joke hits differently now, but it was really funny 10 years ago. How many bag slots can be unlocked? You know, I don't know. They recently increased it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least 15. At least 15. You can get another bag slot. I could. Also, are these all 32? These are 32. I think I might be able to get like one more 32 slot. Do you have these inventory slots on all your characters? No, it's a big investment getting all these big bags. I have it on like this one, and I have almost this much on like one other character, and the rest are just like the starters. I was just gonna say it's not Queen anymore. Yeah. Editing that out is like when you poke a bear and edit out the part where you poke the bear, but only show the part when it loses its cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he keeps saying stuff like, yo, why do you keep bringing up my past into this? We're talking about you. And I'm like, because you pushed me to this point. It reminds me of like, you know, middle school bullies that like, you'll keep like poking a kid and then until the kid finally snaps and the teacher only sees the second part. Who's this person you're talking about? That's, no, nothing. See you in the zone, it brings to mind. Can I get a short summary of your opinion on End of Dragons as an expansion? I personally felt a bit put off by it despite it being a massive fan of East Asian aesthetics. I would say as far as like Asian aesthetics, I'm fine with it. Like I didn't really love it or hate it. I think the finale where they try to tie off the whole Dragon Saga was really good. With you know, Aurene and like all the dragons and the Void and stuff like that. I think they did good there. So I was pretty happy with the story. I was happy with the elite specializations that came out. Things that I wasn't happy with, Kanang needs like zip lines or something to get around. That you get traversing this city is freaking awful. And it needs more people. They need to just have like 200 more NPCs. Just sprinkle them over the city. It feels dead. So like Kanang, that's my feedback on New Kanang. Gyaladelv, I wasn't really a fan of Gyaladelv like in any way, shape, or form. But I think the whole thing was it was supposed to introduce the Cryptus. Thinking of what else. I do like the Seitong meta. That's what I'm waiting on right now. I enjoy doing this one, so I often come here to do this one when I have time. EOD is missing Ritualist. Yeah, Ritualist was awesome. So End of Dragons was revisiting the same location from Guild Wars 1 Factions for people who never played Guild Wars 1. And Factions introduced the... Was it the Assassin and the Ritualist? I can't remember if the Assassin was Factions or Nightfall. Someone's going to correct me in the chat. But it introduced those two classes. And Ritualist was very popular. It was very, very popular. I had a Ritualist as one of my characters in Guild Wars 1 as well. It's very cool spec. It's one spec that there's really nothing quite like it in Guild Wars 2, you know? We've got all the classic things like Warriors and Paladins, which is Guardians, and, you know, Thief, which is basically your Rogue or Assassin archetype. But there's really nothing quite like the Ritualist. So a lot of people thought that they would add that at some point in Guild Wars 2. But they never really have. They never really have. Nightfall added the Paragon and the Dervish. Ah, that's right, that's right.
I've called to order this meeting of the Crime Watch Committee.
Let's see if anyone's doing this.
Our current
If not, I'll have to do something else.
As if breaching our borders wasn't enough. Now they're looting our homes. The nerve.
Thank you a lot. I really appreciate you sincerely answering questions. I'm not good at video games, and talking is the best thing I can do. That's a lie. I'm okay at video games. I beat Black Myth Wukong. I am adequate at video games, and I make up for it with the talking. Do you think we will get Homestead Halloween decoration rewards in Mad Kings this year? I think that that would be a very good idea. but I don't know if that is going to happen. Demi says, hey Mug, first time watcher. I just found one of your videos on YouTube last night. I was looking for builds on my Ranger. Glad I could find you on here too. Hey Demi, welcome. Yes, I am here every single day because I have a problem. I'm not always on Guild Wars 2, but Guild Wars 2 questions are always welcome because as you found, I'm known for making guides and stuff in that category. So you're welcome to ask me stuff anytime. Shugo says, since so much drama today. I don't feel like today was much drama. I feel like today was just people that were trying to jump onto the drama, but they were a week late, and I'm catching them up on what's already happened. Shugo says, Musk is now doing all the things Brazil government asks, and soon I get my waifus back. Oh my god. Alright, so Shugo lives in Brazil, and Brazil blocked Twitter, so he can't use Twitter, and apparently that was where he got waifus? I'm sure there's other websites, Shugo, but if you're happy, I'm happy. Would you consider playing Animal Well? Game of the year for me, the game is insane. Yeah, I would consider playing it if we get the time. Long says, would be cool to see an elite spec if they ever do more that gives a class spirits, more like ritualists. Yeah, the Renegade can summon spirits that have a very small similarity to the Rit summons, but they're nowhere nearly as good or as long duration.
Soon. I take it you'll handle things over your way.
Haiju Shore will be safe under my watch.
We'll each drive them out, then take
even having getting bonked several times, having your gourd taken and the boss drinking out of it. Yeah.
You're not finished until you
Dude, that fight against the stone monkey was crazy.
Let's move.
That was some top tier trolling. Lloyd, I see your message as well. Thank you, buddy. How can I stack Vision and Living World Season 4 bonus events together? No idea where to start. I haven't really looked at them. I'm not sure. I mean, I think for Vision, it's just a matter of, like, what steps of Living World Season 4 are you on, and do they overlap with any steps of Vision? I know one step of Vision is you need a whole stack of every single Living World Season 4 currency. If you don't have that already, you'll be getting that while you work on the zone stuff, so that's something. Mark, are we allowed to donate games for you to play? After you brought up God of War Ragnarok the other day, I'm finding I do want to watch you play through it, and the reviews seem to be some performance. Yeah, Rajani, if you... there's two ways of doing that. First of all, one, I would say always, always, always ask me to, you know, confirm, because I don't want you to waste money. Okay, so ask me, be like, hey, if I sent you this, would you play it? And I'll tell you yes if the answer is yes. God of War Ragnarok is a yes. And, if that's the case, then one, you can just do like a, you know, like a dono through the stream and just say this is for this and I'll buy it. Or if you want to gift it via Steam, like if you have Steam Cash, we would need to friend on Steam, which we'd have to be friends for 3 days. And then after that, we would be able to exchange gifts on Steam. You have to be friends for 72 hours. Oh, that reminds me of something. Hang on a sec. Okay, I'll need to do these two after stream. I think mid to late yesterday, the 72-hour timer was up from the last sponsors. So the last time I did a sponsored stream, we did $100 worth of giveaways, and some of the people chose Steam gift cards for their prizes, and I had to be their friends for 3 days, and that timer should be up now. So after the stream, I need to send out those gift cards. Would a Guild Wars 1 stream with a team of viewers be a thing? Guild Wars 1 is super chill. Excuse me. I feel like when I play with a team, I can't really, like, take the game at my own pace. I feel like I either need to go at their pace or something else. I will say I have played Guild Wars Prophecies and Eye of the North back when I was like a 5-viewer streamer. There is VODs of it on the main channel because it was before Mukluk Plays existed, if you're interested in that. I never got around to doing factions or Nightfall while I was a streamer. Delta says, hit level 40, unlocked the in-game trading post in Throne of Liberty, saw the pay-to-win gear, bought with real money, and immediately logged out for good and deleted the game. Oh, does Throne of Liberty have pay-to-win? I know it's Eastern, so I thought that might be a thing, but I didn't know. What did you think of the mecha game? Do you mean Mechabellum? which was the one I played the other day. Honestly, for an auto battler genre game, that might be one of the smoothest ones I've ever played. I had a lot of fun playing it. I think the biggest thing that proves whether or not I enjoy a game is after they're done paying me, do I keep playing it? And they paid me to play it for like 2 hours, and I played it for like 4 that night. I didn't want to stop. I was really enjoying myself.
You've unwound me.
Anyone know what undisclosed game ANET is hiring all these game devs for? Guild Wars 3 for sure, right? No, no one knows. Lots of people speculate. And if anybody says they know, ask them to show you proof.
Let's continue. Scrape my sprockets. There's more of them.
It's for Guild Wars 4. They're skipping 3 because it got spoiled.
Ow. My breast.
I know, but don't ask me for proof. Source, trust me, I can't lie on the internet. I feel like everyone follows Mr. Bots on this meta. I never really think about it. It's really close to the gate. What if Guild Wars 3 was a single player ARPG? Honestly, it wouldn't be the first time something like that happened. All right, let me give you guys an example. There was a game I played as a kid called Dungeon Siege. I really love Dungeon Siege. That was such a great game. All right. They had a sequel, Dungeon Siege 2. I love Dungeon Siege 2. That was a fantastic game. I played that for hundreds of hours. Then they came out with Dungeon Siege 3. That was garbage. They tried a completely new thing, and it was trash. It was absolute trash. And I was like, wow, I cannot believe how badly they fumbled this. Like, it was so awful. So, like, it is completely a thing where companies will sometimes make, like, a new installment in a game and just do something completely different. And, you know, sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. Five Nights at Freddy's. The first Five Nights at Freddy's game was you sit in the booth and you play the little mini game while you look at the cameras and stuff, and you get jump scared if you fail. Now we've got Security Breach, where you're a kid sneaking through like a pizzaplex trying to stay alive, and it has, you know, and the whole like sit in the booth and try to, you know, stay alive in the booth thing is just like the finale of the game. It's just like the last 5 minutes. Like, they completely changed it, and that's an example of where a company changed the formula and the crowd loved it. But Five Nights at Freddy's also had that one other game in the franchise. It was like what was it called? Like Circus World or something like that? I'm probably getting the name wrong. But the game was like a team battler, and it was horribly received. They were like, no, we do not like this. And that was like a big wake-up call. I've seen in interviews with the developer of the game. He's like, yeah, I was at a point where I thought I could make anything and people would like it. They did not want this.
Have you scoundrels considered an honest living?
Did you watch the Dungeon Siege movie? No, I didn't know there was a Dungeon Siege movie. Dungeon Siege 3 was as good as the movie? Oh no. I actually don't see the KO Ritualist gameplay is interesting. I just don't think a stationary class like Red works in Wars 2. Kind of like the combat, but like the rest of the game was just kind of bad to outright awful. Was that FNAF or Poppy? No, I was talking about FNAF just then. Speaking of, Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 has a preview out now. He's like a sheep monster. Honestly, good for them for having that response. Also bad for them for thinking they can milk any game genre with the FNAF final. Well, yeah, it was pretty early on. Like, if you go back and the guy who made FNAF is Scott Cawthon, I think his name is. And he's actually made, like, he had made like 50 games or something, like little games, before he made FNAF. FNAF was kind of like one of his last tries before he gave up and then like went to go try to work at Wendy's. And it took off. And then he made FNAF 2, FNAF 3, and they played exactly the same, and they were really, really well received. You know, there might be a little thing here and there people didn't like, but they took off. And then he made the Circus World or whatever, and everyone's like, what the hell is this? No! We do not want this. Fart Hotel. Yep, he made a game called Fart Hotel. That is a fact. Are you into Monster Hunter at all? Not huge. I played Monster Hunter World and cleared the story and then, like, never really had the desire to open it again. You know that little jingle that plays every single time the cats cook the delicious, succulent meal for you? I would get DMCA'd every time those cats cooked. Freaking Capcom. That's not why I didn't love the game, but that was just icing on the cake. Do you have contact with Fandral? He's been under the weather the last I heard, just wondering how he's doing. No, Fandral invited me. Okay, so I had never met Fandral. A little while back, he was like, hey, I occasionally like doing these game shows where I like, you know, people come on and it's like trivia. And I did one recently with some other streamers. I'd love to do one with you and some other folks. And he sent me a clip of him like doing a game show with like Teapot and some other people. And I was like, yeah, it sounds fun. I would do that. And he's like, okay, cool. I'll start working on like making the questions, stuff like that. And like 2 or 3 weeks later, he's like, I'm going to have to postpone this until further notice because like some stuff came up. And I was like, okay, yeah, life happens. That's fine. So, and I haven't heard back from him since then. And that was like a couple weeks ago. That's the last time I talked with him. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I know, you know, life happened.
Is it over? I've had gunk stuck in my gears before, but that's nothing by comparison.
The thing with FNAF is that people said his art looked terrifying, which is what inspired him to make the game in the first place. He was told his art was scary and he embraced it. I mean, that's a cool fact. I didn't know that.
What do we have here?
Ah, I have had it with these undue surprises. Initiating raid.
Adulthood is a trap and a trick. Changed my mind. It can be. I think the problem is a lot of people that kind of like made the systems for how our adult world is right now just did not do a great job.
You gonna cry? Run home to your master.
Do you recommend axes or longbow if I want a ranged weapon for Untamed? They're both solid options in different categories. For example, for Untamed, you've got the ambush, right? For Untamed, the ambush for axes is you throw a fan of axes all around you. It's an area of effect tool. The longbow ambush is like a single shot in front of you that's really powerful. So if you know, for the main hand axe, it's more of an AoE tool for the Untamed. For the longbow, it's more of a single target tool with the ambush, although the Barrage 5 button, it does hit AoE. So neither, you know, both of them are good. I'll say the offhand axe, the second axe, the Axe 5 is one of the hardest hitting moves a ranger has in their whole kit. People love paying taxes and make them do it when they get paid for goods and give them money back because we took too much. Oh yeah, and don't forget to tip. I think in one of his most recent week ahead videos, Fangel said he's starting to feel better, some struggles, but he is on the upswing at least. Oh, that's good. I believe the ambush on longbow is multiple targets. Am I mistaken? Hold on, I'll check. One sec. Where is my World v World template? Let's go here. Multi-shot. Fire arrows at your target and other enemies near your target. Okay. Striking an enemy reduces the recharge of other longbow skills. Okay, so they have to be grouped up. Okay, so the axe ambush will go out from you in all directions. This one says your target and near your target, so it does have some splash around that area. I am slightly corrected. Mug, do you ever do raid trainings or fractals, etc. viewers can join? I used to, Orknum. I used to do raid training like every week, and I would take like 9 people and train them to the best of my ability. However, I kind of came to the conclusion that it was better to work on videos, because if I teach 9 people how to do Samurog, then 9 people know how to do Samurog, assuming none of them forget. If I instead make a guide on how to do Samurog, then, you know, 10, 20, 30,000 people learn Samurog. So I've come to the conclusion that it's better for me to just work on guide videos for anything I know, and then it's like immortalized, and that, you know, that lesson is there for anybody who wants it. So I don't do it as often. Pretty soon I'll be getting to a Blish HUD module where I will need to do some raids again, so you might actually see me step back into raids after a long time sometime soon. Just to get the, I think the boss timers add-on. Honestly, I'd love to see you play Monster Hunter and try Monster Hunter Wilds next year. I think you need to approach the game with a different opinion. Monster Hunter wrote a story. It's basically go, I'll beat Big Monster. Well, that's part of the thing, Shugo, is I couldn't find a weapon I had fun with. Like, the whole thing, okay, I can play a game where I don't enjoy the story, but I'm having fun going unga bunga. Like, I like the character, right? Like, that's me in Guild Wars 2. There are times where the story is not great, but I love playing my character, so I'm fine with that, right? Like, convergences, strikes, raids, doesn't matter. Get to play my character. I'm fine with dragon response missions. That's fine. I still get to play my character, so I'm gonna have fun. Monster Hunter World, I didn't enjoy the character.
Sorry, what?
I tried every single weapon the game had, and I found them all dull. I didn't enjoy any of them. So I couldn't really get into it. For those who don't know, in Monster Hunter World, your class is basically just what weapons in your hand. What the heck, it really is you. Hi, Anderson. Yeah, and I'm, you know, no hatred at all toward people who like Monster Hunter. My brain was not making the happy juice when I played it. That's it. He didn't get the dopamine. I did not get any dopamine. My brain was out.
What's going on in here? Just where are you taking our things?
What's it to ya? Figured you wouldn't mind sharing. A little hospitality.
I remember when I first tried it, the first weapon I tried was Insect Glaive. God, I was not good. Insect Glaive was so hard to use. I don't know if I ever got good at Insect Glaive, but I was like, alright, this is not good. I think the stuff I played the longest in Monster Hunter World was stuff that included a shield. So there was like Lance and Shield, Sword and Shield, Gun Lance and Shield, the friggin' Axe and Shield that transformed into a giant Voltron axe or something. So I tried all of them, like, over the course of beating the main story. But then after I beat the main story, I did that DLC where you play Geralt from The Witcher, and then I think I legitimately never opened the game again.
So why play by its rules?
Of course it's not fair. You use our punch to make it harder for other people. Lightning! Stun him before he attacks! Monsoon, watch out!
Focus on the gyros. That should help us destroy his shield.
I adore the glaive and the hammer both, but the glaive absolutely has a high learning curve. Then again, I'm an Ellie main, so... Yeah, I tried it for a little bit, and I was like, okay, this is not what I thought of it. Holy cow, I am lagging really bad. Hang on. Let's turn that down. There we go. Okay. Oh, man. Can breathe again.
Gyros.
Number one setting to turn down if you're lagging in a meta is how many players are you rendering?
You must like pain.
If Big Pharma ever makes a cheap over-the-counter dopamine pill, gaming is absolutely finished. Too many Skinner boxes. Dopamine pill? I feel like that would ruin humanity. We would all just be sitting at home, drugged out of our mind. Let's not do that. That reminds me of too many, like, horror movies.
If we break those gyros, that should break his shield as well.
You chose this.
Just gonna AoE res here. I got like 4 people up. At Mug, yours has 50-man raids now. This is open world. There are 50-man convergences, which are kind of like raids. Those are instanced 50-man content.
Focus on the gyros. That should help us destroy his shield. It's no use. We cannot hurt
CC.
him unless we break that charge of his.
GG.
Keep your thieving booty out of here.
Nice.
Now, in accordance with Legal Code 7, Section 14.
Add Mukluk on Monster Hunter Wilds. They will have some questions about weapons, and will point the weapon type that you may have more fun based on your answers. Oh, okay. That just imagine they're like, "Are you a coward?" And you're like, "Yes," and they're like, "Longbow."
Perhaps I can chat with him about the relief bill.
Are you a man? And you're like, "Yes," and they're like, "Great sword." You have to take a test to find the weapon you have fun with. It might be optional. If you know, if it's anything like other game dev, there will be like a skip button, or it'll be like a tutorial. Based on your survey, here's a gun. Last couple times I've tuned in, you've been on this meta. What up, Mug? Hey, Zajic. Well, often around this time, I'm doing this meta. It just lines up really well. So if you tune in around this time, then yeah. Well, it reminds me of Pokemon Rescue Team trying to give you a Pokemon based on weird random questions. Sometimes I find myself speaking sailor talk. What are you doing that makes your vocabulary so PG? What am I doing? I mean, trying to keep my job on the internet. Also, it was like, when I started trying to talk PG, I was, like, at the point where my kid was starting to be able to talk, and I was like, wow, I really don't want him talking like this. And so it was, like, a double reason that I started trying to, like, change how I spoke. Got your IP, looks like you're from USA, take a gun. Hey Mike, I've been getting into Guild Wars 2 and I've been looking at the DLCs. Is there going to be a sale? I don't want to buy in and then it all goes on sale. What's up, Cage? Yeah, they have Guild Wars 2 stuff go on sale pretty regularly every few months. I would guess the next one will be Black Friday. So, you know, next month around Thanksgiving. I don't know that for a fact, that is a guess, but usually every 2 to 3 months they'll have like all the expansions except the newest one be like 50% off, and then some other deals. Mug, can I recommend an LI build? Dragon stats, Deadeye pistols with super fun. Pistol unload, or PP unload. Yes, I have had, I don't know if it was Dragon stats, but I've had numerous people tell me that that is, that should be an LI build for sure. Kids cussing is funny as hell sometimes, though. Honestly, I look at them as if they have less intelligence. If some kid comes at me cussing up a storm, I'm just like, oh no, he was dropped. Like, I assume the worst. I just assume very horrible things about their intellect. Oh no. I'm playing PP Unload? Nice. Hey Dad, I'm gonna buy J3 Wilds. Can I get your associate link? Sorry for repeating the question. Yes, thank you. I'm putting my referral link in the chat right now. As always, reminder that that is for the standalone client, not for Steam, but that does support this channel if you make any purchases. If you buy the DLCs and soon have to go on discount, you can ask for a refund. Yeah, I would say there's no guarantee of that, but their customer service is really, really nice. I do know many stories of people that like bought something and the next day it went on sale and they contacted customer service and they got like the difference refunded. Dragon stats give 100% crit chance with all the buffs stacked as long as you're flanking the Defiant, and apparently the damage deviation between Berserker and Dragons is 0.07. Riri. Let me see. What is the different? More ferocity, less precision, less power, and vitality. So you got more survivability. So if you can still hit 100% crit chance, you've got about the same damage, but more survivability. Support can't refund if you buy through Steam? Yeah, I don't know anything on that. Not sure anything on that one. Listening to my toddler nieces swear is funny, but I worry about them going to school. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a few stories where my son came home and I'm like, how was your day at school? And he's like, yo, this kid just said the N-word. And I'm like, what? You know, and he's in like 5th grade. And I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, did the teacher do anything? And he's like, I don't think she heard him. And I'm like, okay. Slightly less raw damage, more crit damage, about 7k more hit points. I'm back, sorry, but I missed your response about the best pets for open world untamed. For open world, it just depends on if you need a tank or not. If you need something to tank, like keep monsters off of you, pick a pet with more toughness than you, and the AI will often attack the thing with the most toughness. So, like, if you bring a bear pet or a turtle or something like that, it'll often pull aggro off of you. If you don't care about that and you're fine without a pocket tank, then and you just want damage, then it's really whatever. For example, bringing the tiger will allow you to have the fury buff, which will dramatically increase your damage output. It's things like that. What tank bet do you recommend? Depends on how hard a thing you're fighting. Like, if you just need something kind of, you know, like a bruiser, the drakes are all kind of bruisers, so is the ether hunter, the land shark. If you need something that's just an absolute unit and will not die because you're going to try to fight like a legendary mob, you might consider like the turtle or one of the bears. The baby warclaw is pretty good. The baby warclaw pet is basically a cat, but with less damage, but it can give you super speed and it has a stun. But it'll do less damage than the other cats because it doesn't have the same skills they have. They said Norn. Yes, they said Norn. Absolutely heinous talk. Bringing up the Norns in the chat. I tried Ether Hunter and it dies in 3 hits. Hang on. So Ether Hunter has 3,500 vitality and 1,500 toughness. Drakes have 3,500, 2,200. So the Drakes have same vitality, a little bit more toughness. Turtles have 2,200 toughness and 4,900 vitality. Bears have the same. Bears and the turtle have the same. Then there's a couple of weird ones. Like Devourers have insanely high toughness, 2,800. Low vitality, but they die really slowly because of that really high toughness. So there's a few weird ones in there. But yeah, if the whole... basically the goal is, do you need something to keep mobs off of you, or do you just need damage? If you just need damage, bring like the tiger. If you need something to keep mobs off of you, then pick something tanky. Besides toughness, I think the AI also prioritizes proximity, so your pet charging and also draws aggro, so melee pet, it can be better for tanking. Good morning, Muck Chat. How's your day going? I started mine by getting halfway up to core Tyria exploration completion. You started your day doing half of Tyria map comp. That's how you started it. I mean, I rolled out of bed. Grandma, where did you hear that? Daughter says dad plays it in World versus World. You mean the Norn word, right? My 8-year-old daughter was trying to thread a needle, grandma teaching to sew, and she yelled, "God damn it, this is some BS," and when she couldn't get it threaded. Oh, I'm sure grandma was thrilled about that. Why are the polar bears dark gray? I don't know. Maybe it's just the lighting here. Here's a Tyrian polar bear. It's kind of white and gray. And if you really want to see a horrifying bear, behold the Morello. That is classified as a bear, chat. That is a no-fur diseased bear. It can also do a stink cloud. He naked? Yup. That's a furless bear? Yup. Do not want. Reminds me of an interview I saw once of a guy that was, I think he was, I don't remember if he was doing like taxidermy or if he was like just harvesting meat or something like that. But he was some kind of like hunter, right? Like he would cut up animals. And they were doing an interview and he's like, "I refuse to ever cut up a bear again. I'm never doing that again." And they're like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because once you get the fur off, if it wasn't for the head, it feels like you're cutting up a human. Like just a big human." And dude, he's like, I couldn't sleep that night. And they're like, "Okie dokie." Yeah. Hairless bears are some big dudes. We have hairless cats and now hairless bears. Do we have hairless cats? I don't think there's hairless cats in Tyria. I think all the cats have fur. When my daughter was 12, she dropped a plate of food and yelled F. We called her on it and she said, "What?" And we told her, "You dropped an F-bomb." She said, "Really?" I feel like I've heard that around somewhere before. The Lowland Coden. Yep. Sphinx cats? Well, yeah, but we were talking about in Tyria. Yeah, okay, in real life there's hairless cats, yes. I was talking about like in Tyria. Yeah, Tyria, I don't think Tyria has that. Tyria's got, what do we got? Jungle stalkers, lynx, snow leopard, jaguars, tigers, white tigers, cheetahs, sand lions, and warclaws. Nothing hairless in there. There's no majesty in Tyria, yeah. Is cutting a char like cutting a human or a cat? No comment. I feel like that's a dark topic. Isn't there a hairless cat jackal skin? Maybe? I don't know. Mounts. Where's Jackal? Oh, that's right. I got the big fluffy dog. Oh wait, I think there's a griffin one. I just remembered. Oh, well here's a hairless dog. Hold on a sec. Where's the griffin? There you go. Horrifying. I think that's the one you're thinking of. The Night Fang. What do you do with all your AA? Spend it on stupid stuff. I need to, because I guess I'm capped again, aren't I? Let's see. Let's figure something out, and then I will have to wrap it up. Let's see, Astro Rewards. Already got the Falling Star Quest license. I got the gloves just because I thought they look cool. I could get gold. I could get Mystic Coins. I could get Essence of Golds. Let's just get some clovers. I'll need them eventually. There we go. I got clovers. Typically, anytime they reset the box, I'll get the thing that gives the legendary starter kit. I'll get that first, but I've already got that. The cat chair? No, I don't care about the cat chair. Wish you could just buy max at a 5 at a time. Yeah, that would be a small quality of life. I wish it was that way for Blackline keys too. When I'm gifting y'all keys, like let's say I'm like, "Hey, you won 2,000 gems worth of whatever you want. What do you want, winner?" And they're like, "Blackline keys." I have to be like 5, 5, 5, 1, 1. Like it's like to send 17 keys, I have to do 5 transactions. Ugh. Really wish they would fix that. You would think that, yeah, like, if they're being greedy and they're trying to, like, get people's money, they're doing a poor job of it. Because the shop could be a lot better than it currently is. When they finally release new legendaries for Janthe, are you going to make them? If so, spear or backpack? Yeah, but first world problem? I mean, I guess. I'm basically giving money to you guys. It's just, it's literally shut up and take my money, but it's difficult sometimes. Yes, so I try to make one of every type of legendary to make the guides. So, like, for example, when I made the guide for Obsidian Armor, I didn't need it. I already had full Legi Armor, but I made one piece of Obsidian Armor legendary just to make the guide on it. Same with the Gen 3 weapon. I made a Gen 3 Aurene weapon just to make the guide. So the backpack, I will say if it's not a major pain, I'll make it, but I'm gonna make a guide on it either way. Example, I made a guide on how to make Warbringer, even though I didn't have Warbringer. I made a guide on how to make the legendary backpack from Conquest, and I had never made that. I did make Ad Infinitum, so, because, like, I wasn't going to make 3 Legi backpacks, I just made the one I needed, and then the other 2 I made guides on without having the actual item. I just got other people to model the backpacks. Waiting a guide for Gen 3 bacon. To make Gen 3 bacon, you just sub to Mukluk Twitch, and then you spam the bacon emote in the chat. That's it. Click these links. Let's see. If I ever win something like that, I'll give you the extra gold just to give me 21 keys. Oh, okay, great. Well, then I could just do 5, 5, 5, 5, 1. That's actually still 5 purchases. It's still the same. All right, chat. Yeah, I am out of time. I do need to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for a wonderful morning stream. I hope you guys enjoyed your time here. Hopefully we're done with that Blish guide. I will find out soon if that is adequate. A few plugs on the way out. If you happen to be new to my channel, my name is Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours for the evening Guild Wars 2 stream. We're doing more of the same, and we'll also have the weekly giveaway that we do every Tuesday night. Giveaway tonight, you know it, you know it. As always, hit the follow button on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube if you don't want to miss the next stream. These are links to my 2 YouTube channels. If you're not already subscribed to those, check those out. And lastly, a very special thank you to our patrons. They keep this channel alive with their support. I could not do it without them, and there's a link to that in the chat if you are interested. With that, I am going to find someone else to raid on the Twitch side of things, just to support somebody else. Let me see who is live right now. Man, should we try someone new? Like, Valen is live, and he is awesome, but I do raid him every week. I'm wondering if I should try someone new. I'm looking through the Guild Wars 2 category right now to see if we should meet someone new today. This guy's got a Popcat. That's good. I do like Popcat. There's so many, dude, I love seeing all these people. Back when I started streaming Guild Wars 2, there was like 6 people in this category at a time. She's got a cool hat, but I don't think that's English, so I don't know if I could talk with her. Someone said just Jakin. Control F just. Just. There's more than one just. This is my first time here. It was great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. World V Tuesday, gotta grind that event, resuming spooky month tomorrow. Gruff Tandor. All right, you know what? I'm gonna try this guy out. Chat, I do not know if this guy's a PG streamer. I'm gonna raid this guy and just say hi. So if you're willing to, spam some bobbles, spam some dancings, you know, just bring the good energy. I'll say hello and see if we like him. If you do like him, hit follow. If not, that's cool. We all like different things. Just silently step out. I'll see you guys on the other side, and let's see what this guy's up to. See ya.
It's not bad.